Alright, we will call it there. Hello, everyone! We are back again after what felt like so long, even though it was only 2 days, technically. Well, 2 days... 2 days additionally from my usual streaming schedule. I usually stream on Fridays, but I was gone. So yeah. So it was technically 4 days because I had to recover from vacation as well. So yeah, 4 days. But we're back at it again with a little game called This is the Police. I'm going to be doing just that. I didn't even check to see if my browser thing is still on. I'm going to hope it's not. Or my desktop, which thankfully it's not.
Usually, before I go shaking my tits for the press, I like to go see how the professionals do it.
I wasn't expecting this. Oh, hold on.
Some might say...
Hold on, let me change the thing. Please. Okay, now let's go in.
The chief of police has no business in an institution like this.
But
in fact, it's the quietest and safest place in town. You won't run into any reporters, nobody gets into any fights, nobody drinks too much, nobody even raises their voice. The place is owned by an elderly gentleman who knows how to keep things under control.
Where might that be?
That's why I never invite my friends here.
Strip club.
I wanted to make an exception for my 60th birthday, but most of my colleagues are young enough to be my sons, and they'd rather just hire prostitutes.
I mean, I would
Why
too.
stare at some boobs when you can take the whole package for yourself?
Exactly.
But there's none of that in our club. Even looking too long is considered indecent. You can get an occasional glimpse, like by accident. The rest of the time you just pretend that you're immersed in conversation, or just come by for a drink. Doesn't mean these gentlemen wouldn't want their bald heads smothered in tits. It's just that nobody says it out loud. My younger colleagues might call it hypocrisy, but I call it the good old-fashioned manners. Good manners and leave the rest unsaid. She agrees to unbutton her blouse, and we agree not to pay too much attention. The girls are on a quiet prowl, too. They're looking for a way out of their cramped rooms. Maybe make friends with some wealthy patron with a pacemaker and dentures.
Fair.
Everybody wants something. But we have to control ourselves, or we'll all turn into libertines and prostitutes. Hell, if there weren't any rules, I'd be belching and farting, jumping up on the table, arms held high, yelling, "Shake it, baby!" No idea how I got so barbaric.
It's human nature, that's why. Also, can I... Can I please change the volume? It's a wee bit too loud. Just a tad. Optimizing settings. Just a wee bit too loud. Okay. Yeah, that's probably fine. Actually, yeah. Cutscene will go to 30 just in case. Graphics. Can I get this in borderless, please? No? Okay, awesome. Anti-aliasing, I don't need anti-aliasing. Others. Gamepad off. Oh, no. No, do the custom. Thank you. Story, please. New game. Day 1, July 15th, Monday. Oh boy. Can I read any of these, or is it just the headline? It's just the headline. City Hall confirms rumors of Jack Boyd's resignation. Mayor Rogers' sex maniac? Mark War 2 to be shown in Freeburg the day before the worldwide premiere by the mayor's personal request. Okay then. There you go. So I have no idea what to expect from this game. Other than I was recommended it a long time ago. I finally had the money to get it.
My father sometimes told me at bedtime that if I closed my eyes and didn't open them for a long time, all the demons would blow away.
Uh-huh.
Yesterday I turned 60, but I still take his advice. Not because I'm sentimental or want to keep the memory of my father alive. I just can't think of a better solution. To get away from all the demons that haunt Freeburg, I'd need to wear a blindfold 24/7. Plus, it's a good idea to act blind when talking to reporters. At least that's what my colleagues say.
That's pretty true.
They're afraid of press conferences. But for me, it's more like a confessional. No matter what lies you tell, you're privately thinking the honest answers. It helps me remember who I am.
Mm-hmm.
The fact that I'll be reading all about it in the papers tomorrow is a small price to pay. Call it penance for the preacher.
I could probably turn up the cutscene things a little bit. Probably turn that up to probably I have it at 40, so probably
This
60.
is the first time I'm afraid of those answers my mind has given me. Not because I'm mad I'm losing my job. Though it's true, I'm mad as hell.
Understandably so.
Not because I subconsciously blame everyone else. Though I damn sure do blame them. And don't even ask me what my next move is. I can't imagine. But even that doesn't scare me. The worst thing is, I know I'm gonna have to do something. I'll be damned if I know how far I'll go. I may have a lot of vices, but predictability isn't one of them.
I mean, yeah, true. I was about to say that's a virtue, but no, that's being able to predict things, not predictability.
I learned a long time
is your
ago
personality.
how to drive away the swarming demons. But what do you do when they're trying to rip your soul from your skin? Shutting my eyes tight as I can. The best solution remains the same. Play blind. I just hope the reporters think I was blinded by the camera flash.
Probably. Good morning. Yesterday, the mayor's office officially announced your resignation. Did this come as a surprise, or did you know about it in advance? The mayor discussed it with me. Mayor Rogers told me that he wants a fresh face running Freeburg PD. So no, it didn't come as a surprise. Did you already know the name of your successor? I think it's a new man. I think they'll bring in some new blood, a fresh mind to take a fresh look at the problem. After the recent corruption scandal, your deputy, Francis Kendrick, said he was looking forward to resigning. If the mayor offered him your position, would that change his mind? Perhaps. Sounds possible if he thinks the new office would help him serve the city a little longer. Although Kendrick was acquitted, many still believe that the police are cooperating with the mafia. Do you have anything to say about that? I can't say that. I don't know. I've never worked with the mafia, but I can't speak for every man and woman in the department. I can't follow all my employees around the clock. Do you think your personal relationship with the mayor could be the reason behind your retirement? No. That's just not possible. Major Rogers is a true professional, and he makes his decisions carefully. There's no place in our jobs for hard feelings. Thank you.
How's the back today, Mr. Boyd?
Wait, hold on. Oh, darn it,
Same
no.
as usual.
How did the press conference go?
You can read about it in the newspapers tomorrow. Don't let anyone in.
Even Mr. Kendrick?
Especially Mr. Kendrick.
Oh, prescription pills. Taking 3 of them, so possible. It wouldn't be headache medicine. No, it probably could be headache medicine. Never mind.
As soon as I heard the door creak, I knew what face I'd see. When I tell Emma not to let anyone in, there's only one man it could be. Rude, arrogant, no warning. That's Mayor Rogers in a nutshell.
Okay.
White summer shoes, white socks, white shorts, white polo shirt, and the white smile of a hungry shark.
White man.
Mayor Rogers enters every room like he owns the place. Even the floorboards under his feet sound like they're creaking an apology. He never shied away from the odd corruption scheme. It's like the devil walks behind him. In the movies, the villains controlling the city play golf with the judges.
Mm-hmm.
Rogers plays tennis with them instead. That's about the only difference.
Jack, I was hoping to catch you after the press conference. You ran away so quick.
You don't say.
There's no smoking at City Hall. No reason for me to hang around.
Well, this morning I signed a ban on smoking in all public buildings. Soon you won't be able to smoke here either.
Soon enough, I won't be here at all.
That's what I wanted to talk to you about. The people of this city like you, Jack. The police chief of all people. Don't betray that, Jack. Don't get wrapped up in any schemes.
No promises.
Sit nice and quiet for the next 180 days, and you'll be remembered as a hero. That's the only thing that you still have left. Be the hero.
So, 180
How am I
days.
supposed to scrape together a retirement fund?
You had a million chances to secure a luxury pension, one that even I would have envied, although I've never set aside any money for myself. I'm not planning to retire anytime soon.
Thanks, man.
180 days of quiet, Jack. That's all I need. I don't have any problems with you, and you won't have any problems with me.
4 months, huh? Alright, sure.
I have a new assistant, Troy Starr. If you have something to tell me, call him. But try not to bother him. He's a busy man.
Yes, yes.
I'll do my best.
And quit smoking up the office. One of my friends will be using it soon.
I'm gonna smoke it in even harder now.
Oh, I'm sorry, babe. Only the mayor has this number. Mr. Mayor?
Yeah, is this Troy Starr?
Yes?
Go fuck yourself.
Day 2. Civil servants' wages won't be raised this year. Jack Boyd. Only assholes join the mafia. Jack Boyd. Mayor Rogers is a professional. I mean, I did kind of say that, yes. Hold on. Yeah, 50 sounds pretty good. Maybe turn this down to 1. There we go.
Cops don't use the police station.
That's
cafeteria
much better.
anymore. There's some kind of stigma against sitting shoulder to shoulder with your partners.
That's weird, but alright.
Everybody just takes snacks from the machines or grabs a meal and hammers it down in the corner like a vulture on a corpse. The main thing? Don't look into anyone's eyes. Could be construed as an invitation to sit together. The only people eating here are ghosts. My deputy, Francis Kendrick. He recently became one of those ghosts. The subject of one of the most devastating corruption scandals in the history of Freeburg.
Oh ho.
No evidence to support the accusations, but everyone knows Kendrick's days are numbered. I need that file I asked for. Needs to be ready tonight. Francis didn't say anything, but I understood. Ghosts aren't supposed to talk. Besides, I got a feeling he was already finished.
Oh goodness. Tutorial. Would you like to receive tips about how the game works? Yes. Freeburg PD organizes upcoming work assignments into shifts for today and tomorrow. Every shift, officers respond to crimes in progress. Detectives continue their investigations. You can freely move employees between shifts. All officers and detectives possess several important characteristics. Oh, you're a drinker. Okay, you're a sergeant? I'm not good at seeing military rank insignias. Ironically enough. Professionalism shows the overall efficiency level of your policeman. A figure around 150 is considered average. Oh, okay. Any policeman who falls short of this mark is not entirely reliable, while those whose professionalism is considerably higher than average are a safe bet, even in a pinch. An individual's level of professionalism may rise and fall over the course of their career. Energy. Energy shows how tired your policemen are. The less energy your people have, the less reliable their work, and a policeman who is exhausted might fall asleep at the wheel or make a critical error on the job. Your employees lose 1 point of energy after each working day and restore 1 point after each day of rest. Your employees don't tell you everything. Some additional characteristics are hidden from view. For instance, some cops are lazy and will come up with any reason they can think of to take the day off, while others like to drink too much. You can only guess about these things, but you should be able to draw your own conclusions based on the behavior of your employees. Okay. So none of you are particularly reliable. Start the... Okay, Shift B. Can I not do anything here? No? Okay, start the day. Oh, I see. SWAT units. Responding to calls is the bread and butter of police work. You'll need to send your officers to the crime scene before the timer expires. The mark on the map shows where the call came from. The farthest away the destination is from the police station, the longer it will take your officers to travel back and forth. So the longer your people will be tied up and unavailable for upcoming work. It's a hit and run. We'll let Tsubaki. The easiest way to determine how difficult a task is let's try that again. The easiest way to determine how difficult a task might be is to check how many units you are allowed to send on the call. The more units you can send, the more serious the alleged threat. Particularly risky missions give you the option of sending SWAT, but they must be accompanied by at least one officer. It's a hit and run at them all. Oh wait, hold on. I'll look at that later. The number of slots is not the only thing to consider. Any available information from the location of the crime scene to the presence of weapons and so on. All this can tell you how seriously each case should be taken. A mission might look simple at first glance until it turns into a brutal meat grinder, or a serious call can come in which turns out to be a false alarm. Alright, hit and run at the Everyday Mall. So Walmart, okay. A married couple exited a convenience store and saw a van in the parking lot back over a homeless man who'd been digging through a trash can. The driver jumped out to help, but once he saw that he'd hit a bum, got back in the van and quickly drove away. Alright, we'll send in Tsubaki, and we'll send in Asano. Go do it, you two. I believe a fight at the Last Picture Show Theater. Alright, what we got? Alright, fight. The Last Picture Show Theater. A theater manager reports that during a showcase of Citizen Kane, a drunk man attempted to force his way into the theater carrying a snowboard decorated with the word Rosebud. When he was denied entry, he violently attacked the cashier and is currently fighting with the theater security guard. Alright, Price needs to do something. We'll get in Purdy on it, too. Show him the ropes. I probably don't have to respond to it immediately. Oh, no. Awesome. Yeah, because they're coming back. What happened? When everything goes well, the police capture the criminals and nobody dies. But the truth is, sometimes the criminals manage to escape. Just try to avoid any dead cops or civilians. Dead cops will hurt your roster, and dead citizens bother the mayor even more than the living ones. Offender escaped, officers unharmed. Darn it, guys. And here I thought it would have been a simple task for you two. Apparently I was incorrect. Offender caught, officers unharmed, civilians unharmed. Awesome. Yeah. Oh, armed robbery and a fight. All right. Fight at Johnson, Juergen, and Katz law firm. A brother and sister clashed with each other over their deceased father's will. According to one of their lawyers, we don't dare separate them, and our security guard is off tonight. All right. I'm gonna regret this. Tsubaki and Asano. Let's do this. Take two. Want to wait for Purdy to get back if possible. Sure, I could get Yancey too, but I want to try and get... Right. You two. Go. Alright, 3 teenagers armed with a shotgun robbed a videotape store and made off with their whole collection of adult movies. That seems right. Criminals fled in a car, but the store manager wrote down the car's license plate. The owner is one Janet Brown who lives in the suburbs. It's probably a fake gun, but still. Gotta treat it at least a little bit seriously. An assault at the ghetto. Alrighty, what do we got? Oh no, alright. Passerby saw some teenagers attack an elderly musician, then ran away with his guitar and his money. Let's get all 3 of you on it. I'm gonna regret this, but... How'd the fight go? The offender escaped, the officers were unharmed. Come on, guys! Oh, lovely. Direct orders. When your cops aren't sure how to proceed, they might contact you and ask you to handle the situation. Try to deal with whatever comes up, but don't waste all your time on this stuff. You have plenty of other problems on your plate. Alright, the vehicle in question is parked right outside the Brown residence. The sound of moaning and loud laughter can be heard in the living room. They have a shotgun. Sneak it. Armed robbery. Yeah! Way to go, Kochi and Yancey. How's the assault in the ghetto going? Offender escaped, officers unharmed. Come on, guys. Hold on, I'll wait for these guys to get back first. Okay, end the day. If you think you'll need a couple extra hands tomorrow, you can order any cop to come in and work overtime, but if they're working flat out, they'll be much more exhausted. Somebody's bound to make a mistake. Alright. Shift A, which is tomorrow. Stovall, Vondal, Robbins, Samadi, Grant, Birch Jr., Roy, and then Beasley and Moser for our detectives.
Used to be when I asked Kendrick to stay late at the office, he liked to grumble and crack wise. Nowadays, he doesn't have the strength for it. Slumped shoulders, blank stare, wrinkled skin. The past few weeks, I don't hardly recognize my old friend. In his younger years, he reminded me of a gallant royal officer in an old Kipling story. Kendrick isn't just crumbling under the weight of the public pressure, but from the shame of it all.
Oh-ho.
Internal Affairs raided the library he inherited from his grandfather, hoping they'd find buckets of cash stashed in the pages.
But instead...
Heard about the look on his face. The fearless policeman standing helpless in horror. I've known Francis for 30 years. The past 20 years, he's played loose with the law. And I know that at a certain point, every stolen dollar brings more misery than anything else. Probably sounds crazy, but I sympathize with the guy. What can I do? Your friends are your friends, and these are the waters we swim in.
Okay, so he must have had a lot more cash than what was
Called all of the people on that list today.
theorized.
Now they know you're in business, so you could get a call from any of them. You don't need to worry about any of them. I've cleared them all.
Thank goodness.
And what kind of business are we talking here?
It's nothing too serious, just like you asked. Should be just a few small favors. Payments will vary depending on the situation and who you're dealing with.
Uh-huh.
How much you looking to earn?
$500,000.
$500,000? Why not a whole million?
Because everybody wants to take $1 million. Figured I'd try something different.
$500,000 in 180 days?
Okay.
Well, you could earn it all above board if you netted all the big fish and hit all your bonuses.
Never knew you for a fisherman.
Well, you never got into my business, and I'm not trying to get into yours. But be careful about bringing in any other cops. Sooner or later, they'll put the finger on you.
Yep.
And one more thing, Jack. I remember what you said, but I should probably add one more name to that list. Christopher Sand.
Christopher Sand.
Sand.
Sandman.
Christopher G. Sand. Everyone knows the name, but few could tell you who he is. The old man stays away from the spotlight. Always wears old-fashioned jeans and knitted sweaters. Gives to charity. Rarely attends social events.
That's very
An avid
smart.
hunter, I hear. Even dabbles in poetry. You'd never guess he's the head of the oldest and most powerful gang in the city.
I mean, that kind of
Goes
makes
back
sense.
as far as his great-grandfather. And Sand is strict about following the old rules. He rarely involves himself in commonplace murders and robberies. Hardly needs to intimidate anyone to get his point across. The people who work for him each have their sphere. They provide protection where needed, even work with the authorities when they want to make a deal. Meanwhile, Sand pulls the strings without getting his hands dirty. People sometimes mistake his quiet approach. A couple years ago, an arms dealer decided to expand its business without asking permission, and his whole family paid the price. In 4 weeks, Sand killed 31 people. Old men, women, even a few teenagers. And Sand's people made sure every paper reported it.
Oh, goodness.
Frank, I don't want to hear you say that name again.
Jack, please, listen to me. I'm in with these guys.
Okay.
Wait, Frank, that's not the kind of business I'm into. I don't go there. Never have, never will.
Day 3. Alright, what do we got? Construction of Cinema Museum postponed again. Francis Kendrick announces retirement date. Legendary singer Gennaro Crespo comes to Freeburg. Or maybe Gun Arrow. I don't know. When a police officer is too tired to be effective, he will ask for a day off. Sometimes officers will request days off even when they're at full strength. Some of the reasons you'll hear are far-fetched, while some are very serious. Don't overindulge your subordinates, but don't antagonize them either. Remember that everybody's got secrets, and you've got to make sure these guys have your back. I drank too much. I don't think I can hold it together today. Can I go home? Yes, but come tomorrow. In addition to their performance ratings, police officers also possess rank. Employees begin at the lowest rank, which can be elevated in rank with 1, 2, or 3 stripes. Once a week, you can pass out stripes and improve the rank of any employee. If you think that no one is worthy of the honors, or some week, you can postpone the ceremony until later. Insignias won't go out until your people are ready. Agreed. Okay. Employees of rank not only increase in professionalism, but also learn to command. Whenever a ranking officer is on the screen, his or her colleagues are more likely to perform better than usual. Sometimes when cops gets rank, they start thinking more seriously about their service. This can mean less drinking and more time spent on the job. Some of them might even turn out to be dependable. Okay. No, not yet. Not yet. Not yet. Music turntable. Freeburg isn't one of those cities where you listen to what they say or nothing at all. You can always select any song from your collection and play it at any time, just like in real life. Well, the life of your grandfather. What do we got? I could read some of these. So we got Nocturne in B major, Chopin, performed by Zhuang He. No. Billabong, Len Barnard and Bob Barnard. No. Don't You Leave Me Here. Pierce Pickering, Barrel House, Jazz Band. Heck yeah. I do indeed like some old style jazz. Let's learn how to hire and fire cops. Oh, affairs. Labor markets. You have a certain number of paid job openings for which you can hire any available applicant. Job slots are separated between officers and detectives. Oh, hire for shift A, hire for shift B. Let's hire, this is shift A, so come in for shift A. Want to free up a slot? Time to fire somebody. Do I want to fire Birch now? We're gonna fire Roy. He's only got 5. If you have legal grounds for the termination, no one will ask any questions. You might need to fire them anyway. Legality be damned. But that could land you in additional proceedings. And your other staff will become more worried about keeping their jobs than they are about actually doing their jobs. Another way to free up a slot is to have a police officer killed, but that's not really a valid option, right? Yes. Vandalism at St. John's Cathedral. Okay. We received a frightened call from the local cathedral. This morning, the abbot discovered that someone entered the old cemetery during the night. The old yard's tombstones are painted with satanic symbols, and some have been broken into pieces. It seems there are even marks from a shovel, but the abbot would not say more. Robbins, go do it. I'm sure only one person needs to do a vandalism. It's just a little vandalism thing nearby. More vandalism at the Atticus Tower. Businessman Harley Jones, looking out his window, saw 2 teenagers scratching offensive slogans on his new car. All right, Vondal and Samadi. Let's even take Birch Jr. Why not? I feel like I'm gonna regret that. Alright, what happened at the church? Offender escaped, officer unharmed. Darn it. Robbins. Suspicious individual at Eddie's Burgers. Okay. A waitress named Mila reports that she just served a chicken Eddie and a Diet Coke to a dangerous criminal who she's seen on television just this morning. The culprit is sitting at the window eating a burger. And Grant. What happened? Offender escaped, officers unharmed. Darn it, guys! Good, Robbins is back. The waitress had mistaken retired officer Frank Nero for the fugitive in question. Now! Well, wait at least a little bit. Yep, give me a tick, 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 give me a tick. There we go. Mr. Boyd, my bouncer stuffed himself with Mexican food again, and now he can't get off the can. Meantime, the line outside the club is stretching around the block. We need someone outside who can tell the cool guys from the punks. Stovall! Do it. 11. Drug sales. Ooh, drugs! An anonymous call just came in. A clown carrying balloons at the ice skating rink is selling crack to teenagers. Right, you and somebody. Go. Oh no. A naked man carrying a canister of gasoline has threatened to set himself on fire unless his favorite chewing gum becomes popular. Robbins and Roy, not Roy, Birch Jr., you need to see someone die. Sorry, Chief, but I quit. In one night, I pulled in more cash than I earn in a month working at this dump. Mr. Sorkin said he wouldn't mind taking me on, so I guess I just wasn't cut out to be it. No! Stovall, no! I need to hire another cop. As police arrive, a clown is seen making balloon animals for kids. Carefully watch him from the stands. 11. Fender caught. Officers unharmed. Yes! Way to go, guys. 411. Suicide threat. Offender escaped. Officers unharmed. Darn it. Wait for everyone to get back. Where are these guys? Okay. Oh. End the day. End the day. End the day. Alright, feminist organization denied official registration. I almost said resignation. Oh no. Robespierre to reveal his identity when the time is right. Enemies using feminists to destroy Freeburg. Okay. Yes.
Whenever I'm alone at home and there's a knock at the door, I always hope it'll be my wife, Laura. She's always forgetting her keys.
Hello, my name is Steve.
Go away.
Jack Boyd, is that right?
To get to my front door, the Bible boys walked about a mile from the local bus stop, jumping over mud puddles and skirting a couple of landfills. Laura doesn't go in for religion either. But according to her, these brave lunatics with their fake smiles deserve at least a minute of attention.
I don't.
She patiently listens to them, asks them questions, regales them with pastries, and never once dropping a hint of condescension. When I watch her do it, I've got to admit it gets me. I'd have hugged those boys, sat with them on the porch, and lit up a cigar. But a month after Laura left, all I could do was quietly ask them not to bother me. Today I'm a little rougher still. Shut the door on his nose this time. Another couple weeks at this rate and I'll be greeting anyone who comes close with my service pistol pointed towards the sky, ready to fire my warning shots. In my life, even the basic stuff never goes like it's supposed to. Normally, when a wife is going to leave home, she'll make a scene or at least sit everyone down for a serious conversation. But Laura just disappeared. The children in the stories always stand on the side of the mother, but all three of our sons supported me.
I mean, that's good at least, I guess.
The in-laws always blame the husband for making their daughter unhappy. But now Sally, Laura's mother, well, we sort of have a pact.
Uh-huh.
The fellow Laura ran off with is young enough to be her
Oh.
son. I hear he's 30 years old. Of all the possible information a man can know about his wife's lover, I get hit with that.
Ooh.
Fortunately, Laura's mother doesn't like the way it sounds either.
Okay, good.
Sally figures this guy just thought he'd have some fun with a mature woman, but he'll be back chasing college girls before the year is out. So we have an agreement. Sally's gonna track down Laura and try to reason with her, and we'll arrange a meeting. Meanwhile, I'm supposed to not do anything stupid.
I mean, that's fair,
Of course,
honestly.
means anything at all. It's a crazy situation. I'm the police chief, and the person I'm trusting to find my wife is an old woman armed with a phone book.
That's also
But I
fair.
can't afford to lose Sally as an ally. So for the moment, I had to swallow my pride.
Oh, loo.
Mrs. Markham, this is Boyd.
Oh, is there any news?
That's what I wanted to ask you. Have you found anything? An address, phone number? Have you spoken to her?
Don't worry, Jack. I've narrowed the range to 2 suspects, or whatever you like to say at your police building.
At my police building, we find people faster than a funny old woman chirping on the phone with my wife's girlfriends.
Oh, you're an old man, Jack. Come to your senses. They'd give us straight odds on the street. But I've got more energy, Jack. Maybe you think I'm a foolish old woman, but I go to my book club, argue with the girls about Byron, and it gives me energy. I talk to my dogs, and it gives me energy. And you have nothing, Jack. You don't even have a hobby. You got no passion. It's why Laura left you.
Let's
Bruh.
not go back into that, Sally. Find my wife, and we can discuss my hobbies later. I'm waiting for your call, and my patience is running thin. Laura, if you've stopped loving me, I'll let you go. I can't expect the impossible from you. Just don't let me die out here, okay?
Oh, man. All right. I don't know who to give. We're not giving it to Price. We're not giving it to Price. Are you kidding me? No. Purdy, congratulations. Yeah, that's it. Let's start the day. What's this? Bud meets Bob. Bud Freeman. No. Singing 'Em by John Sangster. No. I don't want to do the same song twice. Billabong. Let's do classics. I like some classical. Nocturne in B major. Oh, I need more yeah, you can, hold on. If someone commits a serious crime and flees the scene, the case goes to your detectives. Ghetto. They investigate the crime scene, interview witnesses, and gather whatever information seems pertinent. One of your detectives will be lead investigator on the case, and you can assign additional detectives to any case, who will work under the lead investigator as subordinates. The more professional the lead investigator, the more effective the team. Right, so Mull, you go with Armstrong. Go. Hold on. I need more cops. Let's get Liam Dodd on shift B, or no, on shift A. And I honestly think that's pretty good. Okay. Destruction of property at the City Hall parking lot. A member of the city's cleaning crew saw an elderly man approaching some expensive cars in the parking lot carrying a long iron rod. The whole street could hear him shouting, "Bastards, thieves, bloodsuckers." Alright, Yancey and Austin, go. What? Fire all black cops from City Hall. A racist gang has recently made some trouble in the city. They're capturing black townspeople and beating them to death. They recently sent a message to a local radio station promising to kill all the black doctors, firemen, and police. We don't need any more dead police, especially not mere months before the election. The racists are gaining more and more followers, and even some of our citizens support them. They'll have to fire all your black employees over the next 2 days due to mounting racial tensions. That ain't gonna happen. Carjacking in the suburb. That's a bit of a serious crime. Gas station surveillance camera recorded a car that's on the stolen vehicle list. Koichi, Tsubaki, Asano, Price. No, not Price. Go! Homicide investigation started. Detectives have interviewed witnesses, collected evidence from the scene, and are pursuing the investigation. Expect results. What do we got here? Sequence. Okay. And he's dead. Black activist Ronnie Moore was found shot outside of his home, probably by the racists. Eric Graham, a drunk witness. They drove by in a sedan and they shot like a machine gun. I didn't see much. Okay. I only heard a few muffled shots. He got what he deserved. He's been causing trouble for a long time, and recently there's been a lot of cursing and carrying on. Okay, car. I don't remember the car, and the neighborhood was quiet. I never heard any shots. What? The police these days don't do nothing. I almost died myself. I went to buy some medicine and was nearly hit by some idiot's car. Alright, so, a few muffled shots. Okay. Okay, I mean... What happened? Offender caught. Officers unharmed. Thank goodness. Thank goodness something went right. Zero frames. Gangs. Suspicious individual at... Oh, no. The driver is nowhere to be seen. Search the car. Offender escaped. Officer's dead! Tsubaki and Asano, no! Desire Park. Oh, no. Corey Ramsey, mother of several children, has expressed her concerns about a suspicious man wearing bifocals seated on a bench beside a playground. He's been watching the children for over an hour, and he takes... Oh, that's a problem. Purdy and Birch. Go. Now I need to hire 2 more police officers. This is Shift B. Yep, alright. Sam. And Roscoe. Darn it. Tsubaki and Asano. Requiesta de Pace. Dragon's Lair Club. Oh, let's get a report on the suspicious individual. Offender caught. Officers unharmed. Thank goodness. Mr. Boyd, I'm opening a Freeburg's first martial arts club, and for my first exhibition, I want to hold a sparring match where one of my students take on your toughest cop. After the fight, I'll teach your men a few tricks, something that will help them out on the streets. Kochi, do it. Homicide report. Your detectives present frames, different versions of what might have happened at the crime scene. Open up the investigation. They get it wrong half the time, but a good cop can separate fact from fiction if they know how to look at case material. The more professional the detectives working on an investigation, the better their instincts. To get your suspects, you'll need to figure out the true sequence of events at the crime scene using the frames you think likely. Sometimes, with a little guesswork thrown in, if you add it all up but the sequence fails, you are probably telling the wrong story. Okay, so Dan... Drug Lord. Okay. Didn't see much. Heard a few muffled shots. Probably just no. We're in the car. Neighborhood's quiet. Never heard any shots. At least it's, I went to buy some medicine. Was nearly hit by the car. That probably leads to this. When an investigation pans out, you'll have yourself a suspect. Sometimes there's more than one, but in this case, your detectives have narrowed it down to a single candidate. Suspect, Travis Horton, a known racist, who already has several previous convictions. Okay. Your detectives have information on the whereabouts of the suspect. Sometimes there might be a number of locations to choose from. So far, there's one. At the port warehouse. To carry out the arrest, 2 officers must escort the lead investigator to apprehend the suspect. If the lead investigator is not on duty, the arrest will have to wait. But remember that fugitives won't sit patiently until your schedule clears. Also remember that criminals will react in different ways. A frightened thief is likely to surrender as soon as the game is up. A brutal killer might just want to see how many he can take with him. More dangerous criminals, it's safer to send experienced officers and even the SWAT team if you see fit. Send in the SWAT unit. Actually, no. I'm gonna put in Yancey and the SWAT. I can't put in the... No, SWAT. Put in the SWAT unit. I have to put in someone else. Price. He already has multiple convictions. I want him. Kevin's Throat Bar. That's a very interesting name for a bar. And a fight at Octopus Restaurant. That needs to be finished right now. A bartender reported that a fight has broken out between a patron and the bar's bouncer. The man, apparently drunk, had climbed onto the stage while a local singer was performing and tried to sing a duet with her. Purdy and Austin, go. Fight at the Throat Bar. This is not good. Bartender reports that a couple dancers started fighting over tips and a cat fight broke out around. Birch, handle the women. Okay, the Kazuki Tamura thing. Chief, I just about nailed... Don't say that aloud, Kochi. A couple times, but he was too fast for me and won on points. I don't really understand all the rules, and I can't keep track of points very well. But he was alright, even showed me a few tricks after the match. I got carried away a little and pulled my back. I think I can take a day off. Sure, Kochi. Homicide. Bender caught. Yes. Case closed. We're able to arrest all suspects. Thank goodness. On the stage are two strippers going at it, and it's gone beyond arguing to a full-on catfight. The bouncer is fast asleep, clearly too wasted to handle the situation. Drunken patrons are happily watching the fight. Shut off the music and turn up the lights. Strippers are continuing fighting, oblivious of the police presence. For bugging a cold water, throw it on combatants. Separate the girl and watch. Cold water. Bender escaped, officer unharmed. Should have just drawn the gun. The fight. Bender caught. Officers unharmed. Thank goodness. Wait for everyone to get back. Yep. That's fine. Officer Blaine explains, I thought she was a suicide bomber. Retired police officer Thomas Blaine shoots pregnant woman. Mayor Rogers said he has no problem with racists. Wait, what do you mean exactly? There's two ways to incorporate that sentence.
Why would a man need a barn? To store all the stuff you can't bring home. About 30 years ago, back when I was young and interested in farming, I carried all kinds of junk home. After a day in the field, I'd come home with buckets, shovels, dirty boots and clothes, and instantly transform the living room. But even back then, there's something I always kept in the barn.
An elephant gun. A Mosin Nagant. It's a chair. No, it's a treasure chest. It's prescription pills.
I stopped keeping my pills inside the house because every time I was about to take a triple, someone would knock on my bedroom door. Now they're knocking on my barn door. Well, fine. It's not every day that someone comes to visit your barn.
Fair. Hey, Kendrick.
In all the years we worked together, Kendrick never came to visit the house. We drank at bars, went fishing, went to the mountains, even chased off some poachers one time. But he never came for dinner with the family. We never watched football over here. And now he's brought his friends to visit my barn. I always try to look unsurprised, like it's an everyday thing to get visitors at the old barn, especially guests with their own personal bodyguards. But Kendrick is sharp enough to see he's caught me with my pants on backwards.
Sorry for the surprise, Jack. We saw you from the car. Figured we'd find you in here. I'm going in for a minute, fellas. These guys will wait outside.
What do you want, Kendrick?
How long you been dating the lover boy?
They're Sans people, Jack.
Yeah. So now you're appearing in public with members of the Mafia?
Jack, I'm leaving tonight. More like fleeing. Jenny and I are taking the girls and making a run for it.
Okay.
Probably won't be seeing each other again. I've got new documents, a new name, a new life, everything new.
The papers say you're still working your last week for the department.
I've got to get out today. I won't be getting another chance. Don't know if you noticed, but the whole city is against me.
Couldn't
You
figure
told
out
your
why.
mafia friends about your plans.
Jackie, if I don't fix everything with them in the next few hours, they're going to kill me. And not just me. My family, my relatives, God, Jack, I don't know who else. They found out that I was planning to run, and they demanded that we close our contract today.
What does that mean for me, Kendrick?
Your contract, Frank? Really? Is that how you talk now? Maybe you should call in the lawyers to straighten all this out.
Now is not the time, Jack, please. I have a commitment to them until the end of the year. They need an inside line at police headquarters. I can't just give them back the money. That's not how the mafia works. If I can't find someone I can trust tonight, I'm dead. You know me, Jack. I wouldn't ask you if I wasn't afraid they'd cut my daughters to pieces before sunrise.
He's the damn fool who puts his daughters in the crosshairs in the first place. Anyone in my place would have dressed him down good. But I didn't want to pile it on.
Not this time.
Fate's already got this guy's soul in the grinder.
Fine.
Give him my
I don't
phone
like it,
Tell him
but
it's done.
sure.
Don't call me. Don't come to work today. I don't want to see or hear from you again. Time for you to go.
Jack,
Get the fuck out of my nice cozy barn, Frank.
Yeah.
At the time, I was trying not to think about what just happened. It was almost too much to take in. I'm probably the most popular police chief in the history of the city, and I have to admit, I've thought about that more than once, sometimes with a little pride even. In one of the features they wrote about me in the papers, they said it pretty plain. He catches the criminals. Believe me, high praise like that is unheard of in Freeburg, especially for a cop.
Fair.
And here I am, the person who catches criminals, and I've agreed to help the mafia, or I'll come home to a bag stuffed with my kids' body parts. Right before the last hammer falls. Hey, remember that cop who caught criminals? It turns out he was a mafia bitch. And all for the sake of a greedy, corrupt cop who should have fled the country years ago. That sound right to you?
I mean, only if you get caught. Alright. My neighbor died, and his wife asked me to help with the funeral arrangements. Can I take the day off? Yes. Yes, you can. We're gonna give this star to Vandal. Vandal did a very good job. And so did Samadhi. Sure, why not? Whatever this is. Sweet ginger green. Ooh, this is nice. No matter your personal relationship with the city's administration, your police station is at their mercy. In order to maintain reasonable working conditions, you have to send appropriate requests to the mayor. Oh, affairs. City Hall. Decisions from City Hall depend on whether they're satisfied with your work. You can send requests every 5 days. The fools in charge of the city may refuse outright or accept only some of your requests, so only ask for what you really need. I don't need an expansion. I don't need to increase. Actually, I don't need to do any of this. Salary. 1,200. City Hall hopes we don't disappoint. That's fine. All right. Disorderly conduct. Eddie's Burgers. Every morning there's a dirty, piss-soaked bum sleeping at the cafe. The man refuses to go away and growls at anyone who approaches, scaring all the customers. Robins do it. Robbery. Oh, here we go. Touch of Dionysus Liquor Store. A witness looked on from her window while an armed man with a stocking on his head entered the nearby liquor store. Birch, you need to see people die more. I'm not gonna fire the black cops. Fight in a residential area. Alright. A hot dog vendor reports that he saw two Elvis impersonators grappling right there on the sidewalk. They're swearing in Spanish and beating each other with microphone stands. Grant and Birch, do it. Report. Offender escaped, officer unarmed. Darn it, Robbins. Oh boy. The shop has two exits from which a few people have already fled. Back door, always. The stick-up man noticed the police presence and took the cashier hostage. He's holding his gun to the hostage's head, shouting, "Back off or I'll blow his goddamn face off." Meanwhile, the cashier is yelling in unknown language. Take aim. Robert grows visibly nervous. "Don't shoot, please. I just need the money. I'll just take a little bit and go." No one was hurt. The cashier begins to cry. There's two ways out of the shop. Cuffs or body bag, your choice. Yes! Oh, thank you. All right. What's going on here? Jack, this year, the organizers of the Golden Beast Hunt suddenly changed the rules of the annual shooting contest. It now features teams instead of single competitors. You send me two of your finest marksmen. I really love to do well in the competition. It's a hot one today, and a lot of people are going for a swim. Last week, 4 people drowned on the beaches of Freiburg, and the press was in an uproar. Please send someone to keep an eye on things. I don't have any cops ready. I have to refuse. An antique Chinese necklace was stolen from Bao Lian while she was on the way to the pawn shop. Beasley, closer. Go. Hold on, you people. Yeah, I see it, 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 I see it. Go! Alright, at a gallery exhibition entitled Sex Operation, a gang of young people in ski masks forced the way and began smashing the exhibit, shouting, "We don't need this shit in our city." Oh goodness, do you really need that many people? Okay, I need at least 2 to stick with me. I'm gonna keep... Okay, Dodd, Samedi, Robbins, go. You, Vandal, Birch, go. Birch Jr., I should say. Okay. Bye to City Hall. Vendor escape, officers unharmed. Come on, guys. Investigation has started. Alright, so... There, and it was gone. Miss Leon. Me and my husband got into a difficult financial situation. I was going to pawn an antique necklace, which has been in my family for many centuries. As I was carrying the necklace to the pawn shop, someone ripped the bag from my shoulder and disappeared. I didn't have time to do anything, not even cry out. The offender was on a motorcycle. He drove down the road, grabbed the bag, and then escaped. I tried to race after him, but I didn't even have time to see if it was a man or a woman. Okay. I couldn't see his face, but he was dressed in a jacket like those other bikers who hang around the street corner. On the street corner, okay? It was definitely not a local biker. They are bald and have beards. This guy looked Asian, probably Japanese or Chinese. I didn't see a weapon in his hand. I just saw him grab the bag and ride off. Ride off. Okay, so... Alright. Don't. Destruction of property. Offender escaped, officers unharmed. Come on, guys, please. Got 3 new frames. Okay. Swipe the bag. Took the bag. This doesn't seem right, but... He said he was in a helmet, though. He was I couldn't see... Oh, he could... No, he wasn't in a helmet. Couldn't tell if it was a man or a woman. Couldn't see his face. Dressed in a jacket. Like those bikers. No, they are bald and have beards. This guy looked Asian, probably Japanese or Chinese. Didn't see a weapon. I mean, okay. Suspect is Quan Yin Lin, Chinese immigrant, recently expelled from the university. Okay. Chinatown dormitory. I don't like this at all. Hold on. Give me a few seconds to wait for other police. Hold on. Give me a tick. 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 Whew, that was close. The guard went out for a smoke and saw a teenager writing obscenities on the wall building. I chased the brat up a tree. You can take it from here. Okay. Grant, Birch, go. You. Samadi and Robbins, go. Ernst Fitzgerald. We did it, Boyd. We won. That Ernest really knows a lot about shooting, even taught us a thing or two. Invite us out hunting to celebrate the victory, so we'll be taking a day off. We deserve it. Sure. Report on the robbery. Offender caught. Good. Close the case. You were able to arrest all suspects. Thank goodness it was that easy. Vandalism. Yeah, they escaped. The officers are unharmed. I'm gonna have to fire you guys. You know that, right? End the day. I'm not. Tomorrow's the deadline. Good for them. Looks like tomorrow's going to be a long day. More like the first of a lot of long days. There's just too much going on. Good job, guys. Yes. How do we, okay, who do we got? Yes, yes. We got a lot of good people on Shift B. Vandal and Robbins, I need you two to work tomorrow. End the day. Alright, what do we got? According to Dr. Eleonora Waterbury, Thomas Blaine has a new form of schizophrenia. Thomas Blaine, pregnant woman killer, sent to mental hospital. Major Rogers, not afraid of the competition. What competition? The racists?
Mr. Boyd, there was a man here earlier. He left you this.
A man? What man? Who let him on this floor?
I don't know. I've never seen him before. I asked him his name, but he just ignored me.
Oh, that's
he
a
was
good
talking on a
sign.
big telephone, you know, one of those portables. He gave me this envelope and left.
Damn. Okay, let's see about this.
Oh.
Of course, they could have shot them the second they took the photo. But I knew Kendrick and his family were all right. Either way, the message was not that they got out. It meant that I was in.
Mm-hmm.
My servitude to the Mafia had begun. I'd only been in my new position 5 seconds, and I already knew why Kendrick called it a contract. You sound doomed if you call it what it is. A curse. Boyd.
Good morning, Jack. I believe you just received my message.
Indeed.
Who am I speaking with?
Oh, I'm sorry. I forget some people don't recognize my voice. But I assure you, Jack, if I was sitting right there in front of you, you'd have no trouble recognizing me. Like I was a member of your family. Even better than a wife, perhaps. A wife can betray you. No man is immune.
I don't talk to people who don't tell me their names.
Oh, Jack, don't be so childish. You're too old to run away from strangers. Yes, we both are. And in our old age, friendship becomes rare and all the more precious. But
I
of
mean,
course,
sure.
we must work with new people and find out new names. So if you insist, Jack, let us formally meet. Hello, Jack Boyd. I'm Christopher Sand.
Wonderful, Mr. Sand. And what is it you do for a living?
Oh, you'll soon find out all about that. Well, you'll learn much more than a simple policeman could ever expect.
I'm so sure.
You're a simple policeman no longer, Jack. Don't turn off your phone. You start today.
Lovely.
8 in 10. It's been my go-to principle since my first day on the job. I've got to let my colleagues hush up what they need to, 2 out of 10 times, so that they'll help me with the remaining 8. 80 out of 100, 800 out of 1,000. I'm proud of those statistics. It's not so bad for Freeburg, right? But now I just officially became a mafia whore. I'm supposed to be fearing for my life, for the lives of my wife and children.
I mean, you should be more worried about your
think,
kids.
What's gonna happen to 8 and 10?
Severed leg. My father's funeral is today. Can you relieve me so can I go to the burial, of course? What does that A mean over there? Like a rival? Oh, because he's from Shift A. Right, because I put them from Shift A. Alright. We're gonna play Bud Meets Bob by Bud Freeman. At least he's got a good taste in music. Quan Yin Lin turned out to be a member of a gang, known as the Red Masks. We could help you take down the gang if you make him an informant. Wait, what? He could help you take down the gang if you make him an informant. That'd be nice. Sure. There are a number of gangs in Freeburg, and that means there's bounties to collect. Some of the criminals you come across will be members of one gang or another. In exchange for immunity, they may be willing to give up their bosses. Ning He. In this way, you can get your hooks into gang members higher and higher up the food chain and ultimately take down the boss. If you do arrest the boss, the gang will be finished and you'll get to claim a reward. There's also a reward for formally charging gang members. Whenever you arrest a gang member, you get a bonus, but your deal with that person is over. Don't sell for small fish. You use the small fish to catch the big fish. No. I want him. I want him. Him. All right, Mole. You're gonna go with Armstrong. You two make a good. You know what, Brito? You need some things as well. You need some experience. I need more detectives. Actually, I need to hire more detectives. This is what I need to do. You know what? Sure. I need to hire more detectives. You're on for... I don't know. Okay, so Shift A, we have 2. Shift B, we have 2. But we also have Mole. Okay, so we need another one on A. So, Sam, you're on Shift A. Sugar Dream Confectionery. Attempted murder. That's so no. A young employee at the factory got into a fight with the manager and is trying to push him into a vat of boiling chocolate. Koichi. Revik. Go. Investigation is started. Right, Ant-Man. Ning He is the faithful assistant Jin Yang, a founding member of the gang. He's entrusted with the most serious job. Ning He keeps his more valuable prizes at home while he arranges their sale. He then brings them to the Wise Dragon restaurant on the day before he's planning to make the deal. The gang must have had an immediate buyer for the necklace, so Ning He brought it to this restaurant the same night it was stolen. Usually the restaurant is open around the clock, but it was closed that night before because an important deal was going down. Ning He has the key to the restaurant. Valuables are kept in a safe under the bar. Bao Liang gave several interviews in which she spoke about atrocities committed by the Red Masks gang. She embellished a lot and distorted the facts. If you want to keep people from panicking, you'll need to take down the gang within the next 4 days. Enough. Jack, you swore an oath to serve the city. If you can't keep your promise, we won't keep ours. I'm not gonna fire all the black cops! Alright. So far, crime seems to be going slow. Thank goodness. Oh, speaking of which. Thank goodness the officer was caught. Alright, carjacking. Parking lot attendant Dylan Burns reports seeing a teenager walking between cars trying handles in hopes of finding an unlocked vehicle. Where the attendant could approach him, the teenager found an unlocked door and shut himself inside. A few seconds later, the teen drove shrieking from the parking lot, greatly exceeding the speed limit. He fled towards the suburbs. Vondal, you go with Yancey and Robbins. Go. Okay. Good job, team. Officers have determined the car thief's location. Overtake the offender and block the road. Overtaking... block the road. Block the road. Yes! We're not gonna pull guns on a teenager. Come on. Hostage to show, that's not good. A weeping child called in saying that someone was holding him against his will. They won't let me go outside. They torture me and bully me. I don't think I can keep going. I want to go outside and see Pete. Kochi, Purdy, Reverk, Price, you need to go see people die. Oh, I'm worried about this. Please let it be a false alarm. Theft. Lovely. Can I see what this... Joseph Laurie's mother wouldn't let him go... Oh, until he ate his broccoli. Thank goodness it was a false alarm. Jack, we're dealing with a moron who refuses to pay his debt. Says that the police will protect him. I think it's time to show him whose side the police... Von Dahl, you're gonna have to do something you're not gonna like. Yep, I know. Give me a few more seconds. Oh, they're not going to get here in time. Theft. We received a call from an angry casino patron. He claims that one of the casino girls that was hanging around his table lifted his wallet, which was carrying a couple of $1,000s in cash and several credit cards. Casino security shoved him outside, saying that he was drunk, but the man isn't giving up so easily. Yancey. Robbins. Actually, no. Austin. Go. I need to give Yancey a promotion. He's been too good with me, man. Assault with a deadly weapon. That's a problem. At a parking lot exit, a security guard stopped a suspicious-looking van and asked to check the driver's membership card. Female driver reached carefully into the glove compartment and then pulled out a gun and opened fire. Kochi, Purdy, Price, Robbins. Go. Offender caught, officers unharmed. Way to go, guys. Yeah, I need to give Yancey a promotion. He's doing way too good, man. A police cruiser has caught up with the perpetrator's van. Shoot the criminal's tires. Come on, man. The van takes a sharp turn and crashes through the window of a sex shop. A woman exits the vehicle, grabs the shop attendant, and puts a gun to his head. Let go right now. Offender caught. Officers unharmed. Civilians unharmed! Yes! We need to give Kochi a promotion as well, honestly. Yancey and Kochi both deserve a promotion. Detective Mole. You've got 3 new frames. Okay. Putting it in the bar. Locks the key. It probably goes to it, then puts it away. Trust the most. No, probably. Was that night? Let's key the restaurant, so probably this. This. Hasn't officially worked anywhere in the past 10 years. Okay. A year ago, Ning became owner of the house. The home was listed as a gift on his tax return. Kochi, Yancey. I don't think I need SWAT for this. Go. This needs to go right. Undercut. Good. Be able to arrest all suspects. Thank goodness. No. I want the head. Oh, I can't get the head yet? Can't get the head yet. Okay, that's fine. In the day. No. We need more people on shift A, like, really badly. Purdley, please work tomorrow. And Revik, please work tomorrow as well, I beg you. End the day. Investigation into Francis Kendrick could resume. Racist gangs run wild in city. Second tower to be built in Freeburg. Come on, I believe. There you go.
The people of Freeburg have built up a tolerance for the petty horrors of modern life. You'll never see crowds gathering around a beaten passerby. Folks rarely even slow to gawk at a car accident. And street theft doesn't turn heads anymore. Been a long time since people got worked up about stuff like that.
That's a little scary,
so when I ran into
sure.
a troubled crowd on the way to work, I knew there was something serious going on. Something bad enough to knock these people out of their daily rhythm. And we're talking about people who would step over a corpse if it was blocking the door to the coffee shop. But apparently all it takes is a bunch of leaflets, or spreading broken glass across Main Street, or releasing a couple of hundred rats in the ice arena.
What?
The mysterious figure taking responsibility for these
Robespierre.
strange acts goes by the alias Robespierre.
I was right on the
Nobody knows
pronunciation.
who he is,
Way to go,
what
me.
he wants, or what all this adds up to, from the buckets of lard spread on the sidewalk to the front door of City Hall covered with ostrich feathers.
Okay.
But this strange cross between childhood pranks and cheap theatrics has got the people all worked up. Everyone understands when some Freeburg crook satisfies the basic human need to rob and kill. But when someone steals a lion from the local zoo and locks him in a cell below the courthouse, the people start asking questions.
Yeah, that's a fair concern.
Myself, I kind of like this Robespierre. It's not just the pranks he's pulling or his green bull's head emblem. I just like his funny nickname. Robespierre? Really? Who does that make me? The Marquis de Lantenac? I don't think so. In the old books about revolutions, I fancy myself the old gunner who goes off to war with a bag of damp powder. Or maybe the innkeeper who tops up the beer kegs with mop water. It's something to think about.
That's fair. Martin Stetz is your new deputy. My cat ate some cream past its sell-by date and they had diarrhea all night. They are better now, but I like to spend the day. Yes, come in tomorrow, though. Too tired, I can't. I can hardly walk straight. Can I go? Sure. Today, they're offering free admittance to all the museums in the Infinity. No. New records can be obtained as a gift or a thank you for your service, but why wait when you can refill your collection now? Catalog. In the Ulrich's List catalog, you can always find a rich assortment at the lowest possible price. Pre-order and save. Beethoven, Bob Barnard, Turk Murphy, incoming soon. Lynn Bennard, John Sangster, Pierce Pickering, Barrelhouse Jazz Band. That it? Okay. Let's get Beethoven in here. Sure. Give me Beethoven. Alright, Beethoven. Let's do this. You and me, old friend. Fuck the police. Hey, how's it going? The Mafia can offer you some very interesting services. You're practically a member of the family now, so it'll hardly cost you a thing. There's the Mafia. Crime Trap. The Mafia will falsify a special crime in progress report, and all the officers who arrive at the scene will be killed. Up to 3 cops. Goodness! Investigation Trap. Okay. Falsely, yep. And threaten. Intimidate. Okay. I don't need any of those. Your new your new assistant is no Kendrick, but he's not as useful as he might seem. But he's not as useful as he might seem. He can handle some of your duties when you're pressed for time, but lunch is on you along with any other expense. I'm alright, feeling kind of down today, but I'll be alright. That's good at least. Alright. First things first. Oh, deputy. Send your staff for training. Hire a snitch or send them to a barbecue. I need to train some of you guys. You. No, Birch Jr. definitely needs to train. I want to keep Birch Jr. alive as much as possible. We need to go attend the funerals for Asano. This woman was an honest servant of the city. Today, she was buried with military honors. Same with Tsubaki. Send the SWAT team to do a breach and clear of every house in the city. Unfortunately, that's not how it works. I wish, though. This woman was an honest servant of the city. Today, she was buried with military honors. Stalingrad style. Theft at Bigfoot Athletic Shoe Store. A shoe store clerk reports that 2 teenagers found the most expensive sneakers on display, tried them on, and then without paying ran out of the shop wearing the new shoes. That sounds about right. Robbins. And Dodd. Go. Oh no. Attempted murder. A man returned from work earlier than usual and found his young wife in bed with her with her lover. The maid called the police when she saw the husband taking a hunting rifle from the wall cabinet. Purdley, Vondal, Revik, and Samedi. Go. The teens are staying around, smoking not too far from the store, marrying their new shoes. Time to return those shoes. Good. Good job, you two. Today in Freeburg, we're hosting the premiere of Back to the Future. The film's distributors have asked the city for an officer stand at the door and ensure that visitors don't bring their handheld cameras into the theater. Okay, so no bootlegging. Kennedy, do it. All right, let him go. He was clearly justified. All right, how did the attempted murder go, guys? Good. Nice work, you guys. Purdy, I need to give you another promotion. Same with you, Vondal. Assault. Give me a couple seconds so I can wait for most of my good police to get back. Thank you. Alright, a young father deprived of his parental rights tried to pick up his daughter from school when he wasn't allowed access. He attacked a teacher, knocked her to the ground, started kicking her. Vondal, go. We also... Grant and Samadi, go. What do you guys need? Mr. Boyd, I have a very sensitive issue which our mutual friend, Charles Dilly, said you would help me with. Assault at an elementary school, I know, right? As you may already know, I own the largest music store in Freeburg. Recently, my ex-wife got half my record collection in a lawsuit. There's a lot of rare records. My ex is very afraid of the police and always tries to act like a law-abiding citizen. Some of your guys went over there in uniform and told her those records were evidence in an important investigation. She'd just smile and give them whatever they ask for, not even check for a warrant. Purdy, Dodd, Birch Jr., go. It's right around the corner, I'm not too worried. Oh, Mafia assignment, Christopher Sand. Jack, we have something going down today at engineering plant at 2209. We wouldn't want any policemen crashing the party. I think 4K should be enough for a request. Sure, man. Oh, we got some disorderly conduct, but we'll be fine. Officer, we helped Ulrich Bieber, and to thank us, he gave us a Gennaro Crespo album, The Master. True, Birch Jr. prefers glam, so he was really sad at the bar by the time the shift ended. Hey, 3K! We take those. How did the assault go? Yep. Uh-huh. Good. Good job, all of you. Okay, I want to wait for them to all get back, or at least for Purtley to get back. Hurry up, guys. Awesome. A guard that says that someone got into the exhibition hall, scrawled pictures of penises on the artwork, and hid in the closets. Purtley. Dodd. Go get him. Too bad Birch Jr. got shot to death in this peaceful visit. Sometimes I wish that. Sometimes I really do wish that. All the lights are on when the police arrive. The museum caretaker explains that he's only had the job a couple weeks and he's worried he's going to be fired over this foolishness. Oh, excuse me. The police calm him down and he points out the bathroom stall that the artist locked himself inside. Come out with your hands up. Terrified and tearful young man holding a knife insists that he's engaged in some kind of performance art and that no one understands him. He refuses to render and is threatening to stab himself. Tell me more about your work. 210. Yes! Oh. De-escalation. Nope, not touching it. Not touching it. This game seems kind of fun. I kind of want to pick it up now. It's interesting, that's for sure. I'm not doing it. I need to let them do their thing. I'm gonna take 4K so I can get you guys more education. I'm like the Walter White of police officers. Offender escaped. That's fine. Thank you for doing as we asked. Here's the amount we agreed upon. Yep. Deputy. Yes. You're gonna teach Grant. Just gotta get him talking. Yep, pretty much. Oh, psychological test, City Hall. Jack, you must have seen the newspaper stories about Thomas Blaine, the retired cop who went schizophrenic and shot a pregnant woman. To ensure this tragedy doesn't repeat itself, we decided to conduct psychological testing for all the cops over 50 years of age. That includes you, Jack. Tomorrow morning, Dr. Eleonora Waterbury is waiting for you in her office. Don't be late. Alright, fine. End the day. We're good. Okay. Yeah, I don't need to transfer anyone right now. Can I wish I could give people honors. Mysterious Robespierre announces political ambitions. City Treasury doles out $990K for mayor's birthday. 6 new restaurants to appear in city by year's end. That's all right. Dr. Eleonora Waterbury. Mr. Boyd, this is a very simple test. I'll show you a card with an abstract image. You look at them and tell me what you see. Oh, Rorschach images. See a man with berries. Tablets in the barn, yeah. See a dude kicking in a man's house. Man with a clock for a face, no. Butterfly, no. Man going back to his house, yep. Christmas tree. I'm decorating a Christmas tree. Blue alien raping pig. Our dancing girl. Christmas tree. Christmas ornament. Dropping the Christmas ornament. Ice cream, no. Head of a rhinoceros. Slapping the man. Yeah, blue alien raping a pig. It was clearly the same option. Or the sane option, rather. Pushing the woman. I can actually see the worm skin coat. Never mind. I thought that said warm skin coat. I was about to say, yeah, that's plausible. No, falling over the Christmas tree. How are these? Thank you for your time, Mr. Boyd. I will inform you about the test results in the coming days. Thank you. No black employees at City Hall. Mayor says accident. Shia Broom reelected as Freeburg General Attorney. Major businessmen ready to invest in the future of the city. Autocorrect fucks me again. That's fair. Does that to everyone, yep. It's my dog's birthday and I want to spend the day with her at the park. Can you let me off? No. My dog died yesterday. I'm just terribly depressed. Yes, but come in tomorrow. Von Dahl. I should probably give it to Robbins next, honestly. He's been doing pretty good. What did we not listen to? We listened to that. Did we listen to... We didn't listen to Billabong by Len and Bob Barnard. Do it. From City Hall, a few months ago, an unregistered feminist organization appeared in Freeburg. Today, they are holding their first protest. As far as we know, the organization is backed by foreign sponsors. Oh, excuse me. And their goal is to get their people into important positions in City Hall. The protest may escalate into something more serious. We need to show them who's in charge. Use batons and tear gas, even firearms if necessary. It's not going to go that far. Let's show them what intimidation looks like up close and personal. Lovely. Okay. Feminist protest. Desire Park. About 50 women are gathered in the park chanting, "Let us be successful." Shoot all the protesters, paint the town red. You send 4 officers and SWAT. Kennedy. Birch. Oh, this is pretty much just everyone. Samadi. Actually, we should probably have Kennedy on this. Or Van Dahl on this. Kennedy. Robbins. Birch. We're not sending the SWAT. Oh, you have to send even the SWAT. Okay, fine. Fine. Jack, we have a problem. The chief prosecutor of Freeburg is a woman, and it seems she's on the side of the feminists. You might be walking into some serious legal problems. You better play it safe and fake some evidence to shield you from any possible prosecution. Oh goodness, I don't have the money for that. Refuse. This is not gonna go well. This is not gonna go well at all. Yeah, give me a second with the hostage situation. Let me get all my people back first. Tomorrow's the deadline. I need to do that. Suppress the protest by force. No. Mr. Boyd, your psyche is in good shape. My only concern is your stress level. My research shows that Beethoven's music soothes and relaxes the nervous system. I recommend you invest in a bit of good old Ludwig van. It will help you with any violent urges you might be feeling. Alright, sure. Beethoven. You heard the lady. Beethoven it is. Protests never do. Mafia assignments. Jack, we have something going down at Rubinovich Casino at 12:40. We wouldn't want any policemen crashing the party. I think 8K should be enough for such a request. Alright, fine. Alright. A dissatisfied client entered some law offices with a pistol, took several employees hostage, and demanded a meeting with the firm's partners. Oh, I'm not saying all that. These shysters took me for a ride. They sucked up all my money, and my son still went to jail. More Beethoven. Oh, goodness sakes alive. Bert, you need to see people die more. Go. Last Picture Show Theater. Arson, huh? A young woman's... Okay. A young woman set fire to the movie theater during a show and fled. Stranger Than Paradise. Okay. Cadeau. Moser. Go. Oh, that's Sans Ranch. I didn't know that particular part. Oh, that's a lot of dead people! Offender caught, officers dead, civilian killed. Well, time to hire more police. This is Shift A. Hire him for Shift A. Verge fucked it for everyone. I'm pretty sure he did. Investigation. Start the investigation. Beasley. Robbery at the casino. I need to wait. Alright, so what happened at the arson? Theater man. Oh shit, Brian Shaw is a police officer for hire. I don't remember who that is. That name sounds familiar, but I don't remember off the top of my head what that's referring to. Alright, arson. Clues. Theater management. The incident occurred during the screening of Jim Jarmusch's film Stranger Than Paradise. The screen is ruined and members of the audience suffered minor injuries in the panic, but fortunately no one was seriously hurt. Mr. Cottle. I remember a girl with bright red hair. I sold her a ticket after the show started, although I usually don't do that. She was really, really nice. I noticed a bottle in her hand, but I thought it was soda. I wouldn't think such a pretty young lady would come to the movies with anything hard. Brian Shaw is a multiple-time world's strongest man. Oh, okay. That's fair, then. That is certainly interesting. David McKay, theater visitor. I sat in the last row a few minutes after the film started. I heard someone enter the room and slam the door. I was going to say something because I don't like it when someone distracts me from Jarmusch's vision. Shut up. Then I saw a flash of fire and a flaming bottle flew straight at the screen. Okay. When the screen caught on fire, I thought it was it must be a part of the show. You're a moron. You know what I heard? That Jam Jarmusch guy is from a nut house. Good for you. When the fire started, I immediately started looking around for a way out, and that's when I spotted her, the red-headed fool. She ran away quick. There wasn't time to do anything. Okay. I need to wait for my man to get back. Please get back faster, Van. Thank you. A dealer at the casino called the police after a man entered the place carrying a grenade. He threw a duffel bag onto the floor and demanded that it be filled with money. Can't have the SWAT in for this, unfortunately. And we're down, you know, most of our men. Constitution 2000's arcade. Okay, so. Jin Yang always handled the big deals personally. Chinese businessman Bo Shu secretly arrived in Freiburg last week. He's convinced that the necklace was stolen from his family back in the 17th century. Right, so you're losing your entire shit because of Perch. Yeah, basically. Jin Yang typically pretends to be a regular restaurant visitor and tells the buyer in advance which table to find her at. Bo Shu prefers to travel without a bodyguard or driver as to not attract so much attention. Jin Yang always insists on full payment up front and never deals in cash. That's a surprise, actually. We need to expand the officer role. At least Dodd is safe. Yeah, Dodd works B shift. He's fine. The situation is more serious than we thought. Requesting reinforcements. No. Wait, I thought... Jack, we don't know why you did it, but we hope you had a good reason. Don't forget who your friends are. Don't want any more trouble. I thought I... Hold on. Oh, was that... Oh, darn it. Robert. Oh, that's right. Oh, darn it. I forgot he was doing that. Darn it. I wasn't paying attention to the time, that's why. This is not going well. All right. A pregnant girl called in to report us on a suspicious gynecologist who she met in reception. The doctor... I forgot to. That's fair. The doctor was behaving very strangely and attempted to persuade the girl to have an abortion, though she was already 5 months pregnant. Through streaming tears, she explained the doctor said that for only 10K, he would save me from the parasite inside my body. That's no bueno. Vandal, take care of that. Kennedy, I'm gonna regret this. Housewife Takara Montez often complains to the police about her neighbors. They're constantly making a racket and often get into fights, always refusing to discuss things with her neighbors. She's called the police again today after hearing loud bangs in the apartment along with loud screams. According to her, about 6 or 7 people live there. All right, Kennedy, do me good. Goodbye, Ken. Don't say that. Don't say goodbye, Kennedy. Mayor himself. Jack, you swore an oath to serve the city. If you can't keep your promise, we won't keep ours. Fine. I don't care. Jack, oh no. Jack, we're about to bring in a large shipment of alcohol, but we've heard that our new partners like to play tough. We need to I can't! Everyone's dead! The doctor spots the police, grabs a scalpel, and boldly shouts, "Come on, I'll release your soul from this filthy world." Hit him with the hit him with a taser.
1210 complete.
Trying to raise 10-1, Sergeant Southpaw.
The situation is more serious, requesting reinforcements. I can't refuse.
210 complete.
Vendor escaped, officer unharmed. You know what? That's good enough, I guess.
11 in progress.
Rape at True Color Hotel. Oh no. Come on, you guys. Sell some goods. Okay, opening the investigation. Alright. Handles the deal personally. Yep. Secretly, yep. Mm-hmm. Let's buy an adventure table. Find her at. Charles found too much tank. Maybe put that bastard down. I hope so I can. Jin Yang, owner of the Wise Dragon Restaurant. Yep. I need Von Dahl for... Oh, oh, no. I need to get this done. I wish I could have my police on at the ready. It's just... Oh. Oh, I wish I could have my new police officers in now. Now resume. Okay. Please get back quickly. Offender escaped this time. 3 new frames. Hold on. I'll get back to that later. Stolen goods. Offender caught. Good. Arrested all suspects. Jin Yang, eliminate. Destroy the gang. And I got 20K. Thank goodness. Jack, keep up the good work, and we'll make sure your final days at Freeburg PD are much more comfortable. Thank you. Each of your employees receives a weekly salary, the ones who are still alive anyway. But if you bury the paperwork, you can pull in some money from any deceased officer's salaries, so long as they're alive and healthy on paper. City Hall will keep printing perfectly healthy paychecks. I'm not gonna do that. Dead. 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 Boss, I quit. I want to spend more time with it. Oh, come on, Price! Fine. Oh my goodness. End the day. End the day. All members of the Red Masks under arrest. Police expose antique thief gang. City unemployment rate drops below 1%. Oh. I was up all night reading an exciting detective story called The Last Temptation of Neptune, but I didn't have time to get to the ending. I'm almost certain that the killer was the salesman's ghost, but I can't rest until I know for sure. Can I go home and finish reading the book? No. Okay. Got a lot of people on B still. I probably need to transfer some of these people over to A. For sure. Let's listen to more, actually, no, actually, hold on, catalog. Do we have more, Beethoven ready? No, soon. Darn it. Alright. Beethoven it is again. Oh, boy. Alright, 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 alright. Got a lot of good police officers on today. Request resolved. You can hire... Oh, yes, thank goodness. We're gonna hire Donald Strokes. Badoom Tish. Hire for Shift A, please. Shift A. Shift A. Shift A. Jill Austin is today a hero, having pulled a drowning Senator Wallace Green from the river. The municipality, on the senator's recommendation, has decided to reward this outstanding offer. The ceremony is scheduled for July 27th, and the event will be open to the press, as well as Mr. Green's family, who wish to personally thank the police. Make sure nothing unusual happens to this officer, so she will be able to attend the ceremony and receive her medals without complications. Got it. Janice Grant flunked all their exams and brought dishonor to the badge. Darn it, Grant. Francis Birch Jr. was able to brilliantly pass all their exams. They've earned a boost. Yes! Way to go, Junior. Attempted murder. Oh, lovely. Sometimes your officers will arrest only 1 or 2 criminals, but when you're taking down a whole group, it's better to call a paddy wagon. A truly professional staff can cope without the need for special transport, but most officers prefer a paddy wagon when the situation calls for it. Too bad the department doesn't have money for one. An ice cream van struck a schoolboy. The ambulance arrived quickly, but the boy was declared dead on the scene. Nearby residents are enraged and demand justice from the driver of the van. He's currently holed up inside the ambulance while the paramedics try to reason with the crowd. The situation is quickly spiraling out of control. Coachy? Pooty. No, only one? Really? Birdie. Go do it. Hey, can we get a... No, okay. Fine. That's what's my next upgrade's gonna be, is an upgrade to our SWAT unit. I'm sure that will get us a paddy wagon, possibly. Jack, some black gangster hit one of our shops. It's too much for us to deal with right now. Can you help? Coachy, Yancey, Williams, go. Oh, lovely. The situation is much more serious. Requesting. Yep, bring him in. Austin, go in. I'm gonna regret this, but Austin, go in. Mafia. How did that go? Jack, we have something going on at the courthouse at 18:30. We wouldn't want any policemen crashing the party. I think 6K should be enough. Okay, sure.
213 in progress.
Noise complaint at a sawmill. Give me a second. How did the attempted murder go? Vendor caught. Officers unharmed. Civilians unharmed. Awesome. Way to go, you guys. Okay, it's a... Alright. An elderly man called the police, reporting that terrible screams have been coming from the sawmill for over an hour. What the hell is going on? What's a guy gotta do to get a little sleep around here? You better check it out. Alright, Coachy, Williams, and Yancey, go. Wait for the rest of them and they can handle the Henry Sand Road. Mr. Boyd, I manage a large fleet of vehicles and want to organize a workshop for my new drivers. They have to learn how to behave on the road so your patrolmen will never even need to look twice at our cars. Please send 3 of your best officers. They'll ride all day with my people and explain the intricacies of traffic flow and police monitoring. Heard about the problems your department faces, particularly your obsolete fleet of police vehicles, so in return I would be happy to donate a paddy wagon. Yes. I need a paddy wagon.
910B in progress.
Oh, I'm not sending Austin to a robbery alone. Are you insane? That's just gonna have to go through, I'm afraid.
Officer on scene.
The sawmill is surrounded by a 9-foot fence and the gates are locked from the inside. Shouts can be heard from within. Break the gate open. A young man is threatening a young boy with a man is threatening a young boy with a circular assault. The man is screaming hysterically. Shoot to kill.
213 complete.
Good job, you guys. Now get back here quickly. Quickly! It's gonna go through. Darn it.
910.
Yes, I know. Civilian, no! Henry Sand report. Chief, we rode along and went over the basics with their empty-headed drivers. We're done for the day. Meanwhile, Mr. Sand dropped off a brand new paddy wagon. It's a nice piece of equipment, too good for the idiots we'll be packing inside. And they take the day off. That's lovely. Hold on. Homicide, give me a second and wait for the rest of these guys to get back. Heard he took the rest of the day off. That's unfortunate. The courthouse. During sentencing, a serial killer by the name of Albert Ramirez seized a gun from the holster of the court bailiff and after shooting several witnesses, barricaded himself inside the courtroom. A young stenographer has been taken hostage. Coachy, Yancey, Williams, Austin, SWAT, Price. Oh yes, Price. Wait, civilian shot, execution style by former Officer Price. Goodness. I can't! There's no more officers on duty today! Don't let her die. Disappointed. Jack, we didn't know you. Oh, come on! Homicide. Vendor caught, officers unharmed, civilians unharmed. I keep forgetting I need to keep an eye on the time, but I see a thing and I immediately go, oh, that's probably bad. Assault. Emergency medical service arrived on call for a man complaining of chest pains. While they were treating him, the man suddenly attacked one of the EMTs, shouting wildly about the global pharmaceutical conspiracy. The other personnel managed to escape and call the police. Kochi, Yancey, Williams, Austin. Go. It's gonna be our last crime for the day, I'm pretty sure. Hopefully. I need to keep a better eye on the time. And the particular type of crime as well, so that the mafia doesn't execute me. Because that's like 2 of their things I've already dealt with. The door to the apartment is locked from the inside and unintelligible screams can be heard within. Break down the door. Oh no. The victim is bound and lying on the floor. The assailant is sitting on top of him, waving a syringe filled with an unknown substance. A bottle of bleach is on the floor nearby. Point the gun and order the man to lay face down on the floor. The man jumps up and grabs some papers from the table. Everything is written down right here, all the evidence you'll need. They created these medicines to control our minds. Let's talk down at the station.
412A.
Thank goodness. End the day. End the day. Please. Okay, we got a lot of people on A now. Thank goodness. Thank goodness. There's more people on A now than there is on B. It's probably for the best. Small drug dealers invade Freeburg. All City Hall employees awarded company cars for personal use. Freeburg to host semifinals of Youth Hockey League. Question mark. Shaw didn't come into work today. A is when they all start dying. Too tired, I can hardly walk straight. Sure, but actually, yes, you can go home. I drank too much. I don't think I can hold it together. Can I home? Yes, come in tomorrow, though. At least we're just down to detective. Or a detective and a single police officer. That's good enough, at least. Alright, what's next? This one. We got this one, actually. Singing Him by John Sangster. We got a lot of officers this time around. Thank goodness. Some of them have even been promoted. Including Kennedy for some reason. Drank too much, just drink some more and you'll be fine. Trespassing on the farm. Alright. Bill Buckler reports that 2 unidentified men snuck onto his farm and set fire to the barn. As the call came in, the 2 criminals were attempting to gain entry into the house. Birch, Stokes, Cintron. Go. Can't believe Kennedy got promoted. I need to get his trust up, then. Alright, how are they gonna do? There are no signs of the criminals near the house. The front door has been broken down and shells look inside. Come out with your hands up. Yes! Good. Good job, team. Theft at the Everyday Mall. A drug addict attempted to hide an expensive bottle of liquor under his jacket. When he was caught, he began to throw a fit. That's unfortunate for him. Kennedy, Grant, go. Jack, one of our new guys tried to rape our accountant. We locked him up in a hotel room, but he's threatening to hand the whole organization over to the police. I think it's time he talks to a police officer face to face. Vandal, do it. How did the theft go? He escaped. The officers are unharmed. Darn it, guys. Come on. Mafia assignment. Okay. Jack, we have something going down at City Center at 18:30. Wait, only you know what? Sure, fine. City Center in about 3 hours. Got it. You know what? Sure, the city's been hounding me. I'll let them do their thing. I don't care. Assault with a deadly weapon at a parking lot. That sounds very important. I should send most of my forces over there. Assault with a deadly weapon, parking lot. A woman reports that she saw a skinhead attacking a dark-skinned valet, striking him around the legs, yelling, "I'll beat you till you're dead, freak." No shit, I'm gonna do it. She believes she saw a pistol sticking out of the skinhead's belt. All right. Birch. Or no. Birch Jr., Kennedy, Forney, Cintron. This is probably a bad idea. Go. See, Alatos is running the police station like a reasonable person. I'm just like, okay, send all officers to every call and murder everyone and murder everyone on site. If only you could do that, but I'm afraid not. Oh, lovely. Situation's more drastic. Send in Grant and Dodd. Okay, yeah, city, okay. Attempted murder's going on. We're gonna let it happen. We're gonna let it rock. That's the Mafia doing. We're gonna let them rock. Even if it's only 1K. Yeah, thanks for the 1K. I wish you paid me a little more for it, but I understand. Okay, good. Everyone's fine. Everyone's fine. Get back here quickly. Attempted robbery. Actually, I could probably just send Von Dahl and Stokes. 8-year-old Kevin is at home alone, hiding under the bed. Unknown persons are gathered outside the apartment door. Just go, you two. Come on. It's probably a false alarm, but still, I'd rather have just send 2 officers on a false alarm than have some kid get killed. Oh, arson. Oh, it's actually more serious. Birch, Kennedy, go. How's the arson going? Yes, that's right. 3 new frames. Okay. Right. I forgot about this. Alright. Incident occurred during the screening of Jam Jarmusch's film Stranger Than Paradise. The screen is ruined and the members of the audience suffered minor injuries in the panic. Fortunately, no one hurt. Remember the girl with bright red hair? Sold her a ticket. Which I usually didn't do. She has a bottle in her hand. I think if a soda bring anything hard. Heard someone enter the room and slam the door. He slammed the door though, was the thing. Thought him was, you know what I heard? Guy from the nut house, that's something. Immediately started looking for a way. That's when I spotted her, the red hook. She ran away quickly. There wasn't time to do anything. Zoe Nosik, a student. About a month ago, she unsuccessfully applied for an usher job at the Last Picture Show. Really? This is what this is all about? Kevin can handle it. He's the Home Alone pro tag. Spends most of her time at her parents' house. Right. Forney, Dodd, go. We don't need the SWAT for this. Without the lead detective, there's a lower chance. Success. No. So we'll have to wait for tomorrow then. Okay. We'll have to wait for shift B before we can continue the investigation. Then that's fine. Offender caught. Officers unharmed. No one's hurt. We're good. We end the day. Okay, do we want to send anyone over to Shift B? I may want to send over Von Dahl. But I also don't want to do that if I can help it. Let's see. Do I want to send over anyone from B over to A? Or no, wait. We just got done with A. Yeah. B. No. I think they'll be fine. Although, Sugui... Von Dahl is the ace. He really is. He's going to be my homeboy this entire game. Hopefully. Unless he dies horribly.
In my new role as corrupt official, I had to give up some of my favorite habits.
Such as?
I couldn't turn off my phone when my head ached. Couldn't sleep till noon on Saturday and let the rest of HQ take up the slack. No more days off to go fishing.
Oh, boy.
But my weekly visit to the old colony club was more like tradition. One night a week, I absorbed cigar smoke, the vague smell of alcohol, the stench of urine.
Gross.
All mixed with toxic levels of old drunken belches. Same picture it was 30 years ago. Tradition's gotta be honored.
That they do.
And to stay faithful to the tradition, you've got to respect the standard rituals.
Just bending over in my house while I get my picture taken.
You need to take a deep breath and count to 100. If your stomach doesn't do a backflip, you should be good to make it home. This time, I only got up to 60. I was interrupted.
Why? You look even better than you do on TV.
Thanks, Varga. I don't know who you are.
There's nothing more impolite than approaching people in the alley of the old colony. This is the most private place in the city. All who enter here dirty their shoes with the most elite stream of vomit in Freeburg. This asphalt has been blessed by judges, lawyers, artists, businessmen, and all our politicians. Takes a lot of balls to crash the party. My head was a drunken haze, but I knew who he was. A cartoon gangster suit straight out of Dick Tracy. Fancy voice, fruit cologne, sassy strut.
Oh, sassy.
That's how the newspapers described Vikas Varga, rising star in Freeburg's criminal underworld.
Uh-huh.
He appeared out of nowhere, and with the support of the local punks, Varga broke all the old rules of organized crime.
Well, that ain't gonna do it all.
He killed those who could not be killed, traded what could not be traded, and robbed those who could not be robbed. In just a single month, this man had gathered an incredible amount of power. He's been called everything from a clown to a madman to a criminal genius, and more often than not, he's called a low-class upstart short on ideas.
That's also correct.
But if Vargas was one of the old crime bosses, he'd have been cut into pieces and fed to the river. Look past this guy's arrogance, and there's something about him. The city is still deciding what to do with him. Meanwhile, he's burning down the houses of old city mobsters.
Well, that ain't gonna fly now, is it?
Not the best time to talk, Mr. Varga.
Well, you know my name. I'm flattered, although not very surprised, to be honest. I might be a little short on manners.
Oh yeah, why's that?
But they say in your fair city, with the right manners, you can go anywhere. Well, I don't want to go anywhere. I want to stay right here.
With your head decapitated.
Even the criminal world needs manners, Mr. Varga. And one of them is this. Don't interfere with a drunken cop who's trying to take a shit and puke at the same time.
Oh, you exaggerate. But is Freeburg always so gentle with its officers? You've been a bit roughed up lately.
I see you already know Freeburg quite well, Mr. Varga.
Well, I love to learn and look around. But I do know that the inhabitants of this fair city should be friends, Jack. Maybe it's true I don't have the best manners.
That's correct.
After all, it's only polite for friends to share their phone numbers.
No. 327.
This city of yours moves so fast. I feel like I'm hooked on amphetamines all over again. You wake up in the morning full of ideas, and by nightfall, you've all had each other killed. So don't wait too long to call. I don't mind if you're drunk. It's all the more fun. I'll be stoned myself, most likely. Hell,
I'm a little stoned right now. It's the only way to live in this place. I like your city, Jack. I'm here to stay.
No, you ain't.
If it weren't for the phone number written on my arm, I probably wouldn't have remembered the conversation in the morning. But there was no reason to worry. I'd be getting a reminder soon.
Day 12. Mayor Rogers displeased with the police department. Oh no. Rogers is responsible for Freeburg PD breakdown. Students volunteer to help farmers. Good for them.
My morning ritual was plagued by the smell of Vickers Vargas' fruity cologne. It was like the sharp citrus scent was chasing me around the house, as if Vickers was right there in my living room.
In fact, he
When
was.
I finally realized the smell was coming from a big basket of oranges. It didn't put me any more at ease. I'd opened my door to lots of threatening mail, evidence of criminal wrongdoing, even a dead ferret or two. But fruit? Never.
Hello.
You the fruit guy?
Excuse me?
Was it you that brought the basket of oranges?
Nah, it was here when I arrived.
Oh, okay.
Fine. So who are you?
Today, I'm your driver.
Oh, boy.
And where are we driving?
To work.
Okay.
That's it?
Yeah, we have to make an important stop along the way.
Sure.
Where?
The ranch.
What ranch?
Just the ranch.
Fine. The morning seemed surreal, and I took in the magic. Why wreck it with meaningless chatter? As my tight-lipped chauffeur drove an hour through God knows where, I started to feel like I was in the middle of a bad dream, probably lying bloody and concussed in the alley behind the old Colony Club, my nose buried in a rotten orange peel. But no, this was no dream. The silence was real. The sound of the engine was real. The dust was real enough, too. And there was the ranch over the horizon.
That's one heck of a ranch.
It all seemed familiar. The Sand family's overbearing mansion has been the talk of the headlines for decades, but few have managed to get closer than a few miles. I guess I'm just lucky.
Oh, boy. Hey, Bohemian Rhapsody, how's it going? Yes?
I didn't know you took private meetings, Mr. Sand.
Only if I expect good company.
I'm surprised my company ranks at all.
Today, yes. Today is a special day.
So it seems.
Do you often go to the old Colony Club, Jack?
Sometimes.
Every week.
Oh, okay.
Meet any interesting people there?
Varga.
As a rule, no.
Sometimes you make a date, right? Sometimes make new friends.
Not preferably.
Sometimes, I guess. But that's not why I go.
And why?
I consider it a hobby.
A hobby. Do you know anything about my hobbies?
Killing people.
Well, judging by the half-dozen animal skins I stepped
Rather
on walking
hunting.
over here, it's not much of a reach to say you like hunting.
Love it. Well, I say that now. It seemed so tedious when I was a child. Took ever so long. But now I'm older. I've developed a new talent.
What talent is that?
Patience. The will to wait for the right moment. Let's say you want a deer. You know, you deserve it. You've even decided what dishes its meat will go to and where you'll mount its horns. But to get that deer, you've got to wait. To sit in the bushes and stay nice and quiet. Professional hunters will tell you that the hunt is a rare craft. There are many rules. It's shrouded in mystery and ancient skill. Well, that's all complete nonsense.
That's actually
To
correct.
get a deer, you just sit on the sidelines for a long enough time, pinpoint the moment when it's finally time to shoot. I learned the talent, Jack.
I mean, yeah,
Not like
he's
you.
not entirely wrong.
You truly are the master.
I don't understand.
Oh, come on, Jack. I know about the $500,000. I know your plan. Kendrick told me everything. Needless to say, I'm impressed. While some people learn to hold their breath for minutes on end and not to rustle the leaves too loudly, why you decided to just become the foliage.
Yeah.
You turned yourself into a bush, surrounded by deer who've been so fruitfully multiplying for decades. But all this time you've held your rifle at the ready. Forgive an old man his imagery, Jack. I've the heart of a poet, I confess.
That's fine.
Look, I don't know what was said between you and Kendrick, but it sounds like you got it wrong.
Oh, I think I understand everything just fine. And I think we understand each other quite well. Jack, in the coming war, we'll make excellent partners.
War?
What war?
One war falls upon every generation. My grandfather drove out the Ambersons back when he was 27. My father destroyed that psychopath gangster, Maurice Bell, when he was a sprightly 30. At 69, I'd begun to think my war had passed me over. But my time has come at last.
Mm-hmm.
Tomorrow, Vickis Varga declares war, and I'm obliged to answer.
And I'm in favor of you beating him to death.
I don't know how he thinks. I don't even know whether he plans his actions or not. I can't divine his purpose. Hell, I don't even know where he comes from. He's a man not of our breed, wouldn't you say? But when he arrived here, I invited him in, told him we could work together. An official invitation penned in my own hand and written on some very expensive paper. And can you imagine his reply? A fruit basket. What sense can be made of such a message?
Oh, so that's who sent me the fruit
I guess
basket.
it means whatever you want it to.
Precisely.
I'm late for work, Mr. Sand.
You know, Jack, I could just give you $500,000 right now, cash, whatever denominations you like. But I would never insult you so. If I went stalking my prey for so many years, I wouldn't want someone else to shoot it for me. I understand you, Jack. And I'll never ask you for anything that's contrary to your nature.
Thanks.
Just think about our conversation. Think about it. And call me.
Like I said, it's a whole new life, and I've had to give up some old habits. One of them, keeping away from things that don't concern me.
Mm-hmm.
Now I can't afford the luxury. This spotlight I'm under, concerns is all I got.
That's true. We're gonna help Christopher Sand. I don't like Varga.
Tell him it's Boyd.
I'm too tired. I can hardly walk straight. Can I go home? Yes. I was all... Again? No! Catalog. We need more music. Still coming soon? July 30th. Okay. Or 31st, rather. Ancient Greece, if a messenger brought news that this song was lost, they'd cut off not just his head, but the heads of his entire family. Okay. Start... Next day or see this song. Sure. Give me Clarinet Sugar. Clarinet Sugar by Bob Barnard. Please be advised that we are unhappy with the efficiency of Freeburg PD. We're cutting the department's budget. Lovely. A one job slot. Alright, Grant. Goodbye. Where's Cadeau? Cadeau's at home? Hold on. Where's Cadeau at? He's at home. Get. Alright, take care of the hero. Tomorrow's the day. Don't let anything happen to him until the... Austin's a guy? Okay. Yep, buried with military honors. Military honors. Military honors. Salary. Thanks. You get. Yeah, gotta wait. Massive fight at the King Louis nightclub. That's not good. We received a call from the club manager who said that a brawl broke out in the main hall involving over 20 men. Security are keeping back because some of the combatants are carrying knives. Several wounded are already lying on the dance floor, but no one knows why the mayhem broke out. Get the paddy wagon. Coachy, Purdy, Yancey, Williams. Go. Didn't know Austin was a guy. Would have assumed it was a girl. Please let it not go well. Situation is more dire. Alright, Sangiara. Go. Assault in the suburbs. Two teens walking their dog got into an argument, and eventually one of them unleashed the dog on the other. The police were called by a girl who was riding her bike nearby. Revick and Austin, go. Alrighty, we're getting a lot of crime in. Oh no. A boy is struggling on the ground, barely holding off an angry dog that's trying to grab him by the throat. Hit the dog with the taser. The dog lets the boy escape and its owner starts to flee. Order the teenager to halt. He got away, didn't he? Yeah, sure did. Ah, darn it, fine. Well, wait a little bit for the... How did the massive fight go, by the way? Offenders caught, officers unharmed, civilians unharmed. Way to go, everyone. Just wait a little bit on this homicide, alright? I'm working on it. Wait just a little bit longer, please. Thank you. Parishioner Maria Serpentine reported the sounds of gunshots inside the church. A bearded man in a hat entered the confessional, and then a minute later I heard a few gunshots. And the man calmly left the booth, took off his hat and crossed himself and sat down on a pew. I think he's praying. Coachy, Purdy, Yancey, Williams, all of you go. All of you go again. Why is there so many major crimes happening today? Why today? Attempted murder at St. John's. Okay, sure. Linda Howard, her words slurred, said the dentist paralyzed her face during her latest visit. The monster stuck me with some kind of poison. Arrest him. Let's see what's going on. How'd the homicide go? Offender caught, officers unharmed, civilians uninjured. Loot found, non-automatic weapons. Wow, okay, sure. Bring him to the police station. Alright, Revick and Austin, please be good. Please don't do anything stupid. The girl was injected with normal painkillers. Fine. You know what? I'll take a false alarm. I'll take a false alarm. That's fine. Thank goodness. Everyone's about to be back home safely. Thank goodness. Terrorism. Well, that's lovely. Terrorism. An ice cream vendor noticed a suspicious black bag which has been lying unsupervised on the bench for the past few hours. Kochi, Purdy, Yancey, Williams, Sergia get the SWAT unit as well. It's nearby, so I'm not too worried, even if it is a false alarm. So many major crimes happening today, my man.
Officer on scene. Looks like
Stay back until the bomb squad arrives.
channel weather complete.
Vendor caught, officers unharmed, civilians unarmed. Good. Thank you. Oh, really? That was it? Okay. At least it was just a few major crimes. I suppose that's the good thing about all this. You better show up to work tomorrow, Cadeau. I swear to Jebediah. Francis Kendrick won't succeed. Jack Boyd. Corn Monument to be demolished by Summer's End. City Administration to finance Dance Festival. Alright. Too tired, I can hardly walk straight. Sure. Too hard, sure. 2 officers down, but it shouldn't kill us, hopefully. We need to order more music as well. I want to listen to This Train by Turk Murphy. Freeburg's first mafia war in decades has spread chaos across the streets. Major criminal gangs vie for power, and the outcome of the struggle is impossible to predict. One thing is certain, a couple weeks from now, only one family will rule the city. Take care of the hero. Jack, keep up the good work, and we'll make sure you're finally... Yes, cool, whatever. Investigations. Gangsta. Alright. Von Dahl. Birch Jr. Do it. Attempted murder already. Alright, cool. A passerby rang the police when he saw a naked man running through the... Oh, goodness. I'm not gonna be able to say all of that. Running through the streets, pursued by a woman carrying a large kitchen knife. The woman was shouting, "I'll gut you, you fucking..." Let's see. Shaw, Stokes, Forney. Sands need help. Oh, with what? Vargas stirred up some punks, and they went in and attacked one of the family right in the barbershop. We've already sent our own men, but we don't know how many scumbags we're up against. Can you come join the party, but don't get in... You can come join the party, but don't get in our way. Give me a couple seconds. I need some time on this, please. Offender caught. Good. All suspects were arrested. Awesome. Just wait for Von Dahl and Butch Jr. to get over there. Oh, no. Hit and run. Alright. An unknown vehicle struck librarian Klimek Kalinowski at a pedestrian crossing and drove off. The victim was found dead on the scene. Moser and Beasley. Actually, it should probably be the reverse. Beasley, then Moser. Actually, no. Moser needs more points. Moser needs more points. The attempted murder went off without a hitch. Awesome. Oh boy. Vandal. Birch Jr. No. I need Birch to stay. Dodd, go. Mr. Sand's nephew looked out his windows and saw some of Varga's men smashing one of his cars. Looks like someone needs to remind him that this kind of behavior is illegal. Illegal. Birch, do it! Investigation started. This dark-colored car comes tearing around the corner, hopped the curb and kept on going, knocked the man over, didn't even slow down. Okay. Not long before the crash, I kicked a couple of drunks out of the bar. They were having a fight with some of my regulars. Okay. A few days ago, Dad had a fight at work with a couple of young people who were causing a ruckus at the library. The whole thing almost came to blows. They threatened him before they left. I saw two people in the car. They went right by me. The man in the passenger seat had a beard. Klimek thought he was being followed. He said he saw the guy elsewhere. Said it looked like someone had some problem with him at the library. Okay, so that gives me some ideas then, at least. Massacre. I don't like the sounds of that. A girl entered Eddie's Burgers, ordered a Diet Coke, and started shooting at the other customers with a handgun. The cashier called the police, and in the background there were gunshots and screams. Meanwhile, the crazed young woman is shouting, "I hate fat people." Okay, well that seems like just a personal problem. Vandal, Shaw, Stokes, Forney, Dodd. It's one person, so I don't want to get the SWAT involved. At least the crime's nearby. Report. No one died. Offender caught. Officers unharmed. Civilians unharmed. Yay. Okay. Could probably... What are we doing for... Okay. Let's get Lee's song on shift. Shift B's got some heavy hitters overall, actually. But still, some help would be nice. So let's get Lee's song on shift B. Armed robbery, my favorite. An alarm came in from an armored truck. Armed men have blocked a street, shot out the armored truck's tires, and are trying to seize the bag of money. Vandal, Shaw, or no, Birch Jr., Shaw, everyone except Cintron, and also the SWAT team. It's right across the street. So unless there's like a very important crime happening that takes like, that's gonna give me like a 7-second timer, I'm not too worried. The narrow street is blocked by 2 vans near the armored truck. 3 armed, masked men have surrounded the truck, and one of them is carrying a blowtorch. On the roof of one van is a 4th criminal who shouts something to his accomplices as he sees the officers approach. They're armed, shoot them. Criminals take out their automatic weapons and open fire. Go on the offensive, or hide behind, yeah. Go for cover, thank you. A fight at the dump, ain't that just something? Well, we got 30 seconds, they'll make it in way before that, thankfully. Okay, a fight. A night watchman during his rounds followed some noises to discover several homeless people fighting over a bundle that was lying on the ground. Vandal, Butch, Cintron, Dodd. Go. E. And run. Got 3 new frames. No, that doesn't look right. That doesn't look right. No, we need to wait for more pieces of evidence to come in.
I was trying to raise 10-1, Sergeant Hotspot.
Alright, Shaw and Forney, go. I see this night's gonna be really interesting. Thankfully, this seems to be the last crime of today.
311
How'd it go? Offenders caught, officer unharmed. Thank goodness. B team's really putting in the work. Jack, Varga is strong, but he can't compete on equal terms with the oldest criminal gang in Freeburg. Just make sure that Sand stays ahead on points and we'll have nothing to worry about. Oh boy, alright. Sands 2, Vargas 2. I'm gonna lean back a little bit. Ugh. Alright, shift A. We did shift A. We're on shift B. Yeah. Song is now available too. Good. We don't need anyone else for shift B. We got a lot of strong people on us. We got a good thing going here, thankfully. Mayor's nephew expresses desire to become FPD chief. City crime rate increased by 31%. Freeburg farmers report record harvest. That's good, at least. Start of the new day. Catalog. We'll get Temptation Blues. Let's just song will be, yeah, fine. Let's just buy all of it. Just buy all of it. Yeah. Temptation Blues by Turk Murphy. Alrighty, the Sands need help. Our people were scouting ahead of Mr. Sands' movements, and we spot a punk carrying a gun. There's sure to be a few more of the bastards lurking nearby. Let's get together and turn the tables on his slimeball crew. Alright, Kochi, Purdy, and Williams. Actually, no. Song, your first assignment. Mafia. Destruction of property at the arcade. Okay. The attendant at the arcade called in a complaint about two teenagers who broke the steering wheel off the turbo nitro machine and are currently fleeing the scene. Yancey, Williams, actually no. And Austin, take care of it. Good. The wife of the mayor's press secretary loves choral singing. Today's her birthday, so please send some men with good voices. Song, Williams. Go. How'd the destruction of property go? They got him. Unharmed. Good. Good job, team. Illegal guns? Ooh, illegal gun sale. Hold on, let's... Actually, yeah. No, we can do this. No, we can't! Give me a second. Let's wait a couple more seconds for everyone to get back. We're gonna need this... Oh, we can't get the SWAT. Lovely. Oh yeah, Williams and Song are out for the day. That's unfortunate. An eyewitness reports that a man is selling weapons on the street right out of the trunk of his car. Someone is getting shot every night around here. You need to finally do something. Kochi, Purdy, Yancey, Revick, Austin. Go. It's relatively nearby, too. I don't have any more support! Austin's dead, no! Fender caught, officer dead, civilian killed. Loot, non-automatic weapons. Bring them. Oh, I should have retreated. Alright, hold on. Firefight. Coach, I need everyone for this. I legit need everyone for a firefight. SWAT. Unfortunately, I can't, because one of my officers is dead. Unless these guys can do it fast enough, which is debatable. Oh, especially not now. No, I think we're gonna get a 3-for-1 Arby's. Found 3 corpses, 6 criminals armed with automatic weapons. Fire. Kill them. The remaining criminals are having... They're surrounded. Come up with your hands out. Thank goodness. Cocaine! We're bringing it. They're not going to be able to get back in time for any of these. Oh, that's unfortunate. Yeah, I know. He was pretending to menace visitors as part of the fun, but he wasn't going to kill anyone. Thank goodness it's a false report. Oh my goodness, I've never been more happy for a false alarm. But unfortunately, I couldn't help Sand at all, or help the city. There was a firefight going on, and we have a dead officer and 2 officers who are out taking care of the mayor's wife, Badoom Tish. Or no, not even Badoom Tish, Bow Chicka Bow Wow. End the day. Oh. Okay. Yeah, I know. Hold on. Give me a tick. I want to check something real quick. Okay. All right. Clear them dead. Before we end the day, I will be right back. I will be right back. I need to go use the bathroom, and I need to get a refill on water, so I will be right back. I'm back. Video games. All right. Go back to this. Resume. End the day. Day 15, July 29th. 3 more days and we get all those CDs. City Police Chief, not elected position, says Mayor Rogers. Mayor proves his commitment to nepotism. Mayor Rogers, if my nephew wants to lead the police, I support him. Lovely. New stripe. Let's give it to Dodd. He's been doing good. Dodd's been doing good. Let's go back to Nocturne in B minor or B major. Hire female cops. I don't have any positions. Considering certain recent events, we are obligated to grant someone some concessions to the feminists. You are to make sure at least half of the staff at the police station are female. You have 3 days. I can't fill that obligation.
411.
Suicide threat. Lovely. Already. Taxi driver heard someone screaming and noticed a few people gathering on the bridge as he was driving past towards the port. He stopped to see if anyone needed help, but as he approached, he saw that a man was threatening to throw himself and 2 children into the icy waters below. Jason left us. I lost my house and the job, and there's no way we'll survive. Better if everything just ends now. To the taxi driver, it looks like suicide. Vandal, Dodd, Birch, Kennedy. Go. Alrighty, 8 a.m. and someone's already trying to commit suicide.
810 in progress.
Breaking and entering. Okay. An elderly man speaking in a raspy whisper just reported a break-in. There's someone in my house. They're pounding on the door and marching all around downstairs. Hurry. This seems like a false report, but I'll bring in some people. I want at least 2 cops still on standby, just in case things get rough.
Officer on scene.
2 tearful boys, clearly in a state of shock, are standing dangerously close to the edge of the bridge. Beside them, their drunk and distraught father is slowly pushing the children closer to the precipice. Tell me about... Jason's a boy's name, right? He said Jason left us. Don't worry, everything's gonna be fine. Strong gust of wind almost blows one of the children off the bridge, but he recovered at the last moment and stumbled to the ground with a scuffney. Look, quick fooling around. These children have suffered enough already. The man slurs his words, saying that there's no point delaying the inevitable. Think about what you're doing. These people care about you. Your children have their whole lives in front of them. You can't make this decision for them.
411.
Oh!
210 in
Disorderly conduct. Give me a bit for the other police to get back. Oh, lovely. Destruction of property. There were no one except the dogs in the house. They were scratching at the door because they wanted to go outside. Thank goodness it was a false alarm. A young drunken biker broke into the church, rode around between the pews, defiled the sacred crucifix, and fled the scene. Godot. Do it. Hold on. First, this. A member of the family was out at a restaurant having dinner with his secret lover, but because the affair was secret, he was light on protection, and one of the Vargas agents was able to slip a grenade into the room. This is a job best handled by the police, unofficially, of course. Dodd and Vandal, do it. Disorderly conduct. Kennedy's definitely going. Secret Secretary Abigail Jones told the police that her boss, Martin Quebec, returned from a meeting in quite a state. When he entered, he took a bag of white powder from his safe and shut the door. Now he's yelling incessantly and making a scene, demanding that his secretary deliver him the head of a unicorn or he'll cut her throat with a letter opener and then go after the rest of her family. Yeah, alright. And... Stoke. No. Thornley, go. Yo, can I get more? No, we need to improve the equipment of the SWAT team. Offender caught, officers unharmed. Good. Everyone did good. And we got cocaine. Let's bring it. Oh, this is a long one too. Alrighty. We'll look over those later, since we already have an investigation going. Hostage situation with a firearm. Okay. A man wearing a suit walked into the lobby of the bank, locked the doors, and proceeded to kill several customers. He never said a word. He just started firing at people, reported one eyewitness. A dozen people remain inside the building, and the criminal demands are yet unknown. Let's wait until we get our best. All right. You. And we're not going to get the SWAT because it's one person. All right. Yep, everyone's going. Everyone. Darn it, why'd you have to do it now? We still got time, the crime is close. Maybe we can still send people in time. Oh, please don't tell me no one died. Oh, thank you. Thank you, no one died. All right, get back to station quickly. We need to help the Sands. Yep, okay. Sweet girl named Anna is one of our key assets in a large accounting firm. She just got home from work and she found her house was on fire, and the assholes that started it are still standing around admiring their handiwork. Wouldn't it be pretty if someone cracked open their skulls and tossed them onto the fire? Vandal? Shaw. Do it. Destruction of property. Okay, we got 3 new frames, and we need 3 new frames for this. Okay, this dark-colored car tearing around the corner, hopped the curb and kept on going. Drunks having a fight with some regulars a few days ago. Games of blows. 2 in a car, sat with a beard. So it looks like it was a dark-colored car, so I'm gonna say we don't have the full story yet. Investigation. No gangs. That's good, at least. End the day. End the day. That was a pretty easy day, all things considered. End the day. July 30th. 86% of residents oppose demolition of Corn Monument. Businessmen express desire to leave city. Movie production studio may appear in Freebrook. I sincerely doubt that. Song didn't come into work today. That's not good. And we're understaffed. Nice. I need some song train. We need more people. Hanlon O'Hanrahan. Oh my goodness, I cannot even. O'Hanrahan. Yuji Sanu, welcome to Shift B. Oh. Really? The elementary school? The Sands family main attorney is under guard around the clock, and that goes double for his children. But before we could pick them up from school this morning, some of Varga's punks kidnapped them. We don't know how Varga found them. They live under false names. Anyway, you'll need to act quickly if they haven't gotten far. They can't have gotten far. Williams and Revik, go. Oh, fight too? Two senior students began to fight right in the middle of chemistry class. Their teacher, Dolores Ponder, first tried to calm them down. When she attempted to separate them, she was poked in the eye. Purdy and Yancey, do it. We're all going to the same place, thankfully. Theft, Museum of Feelings and Fine Art. A little-known painting by the Dutch master De Vroom, recently shown for the first time, disappeared from the museum. One of the museum's windows was broken, and there's a brick line on the floor inside. De Brito and Armstrong, do it. Drug sale. Give me a second and I'll get some people over to take care of that drug sale. How'd the fight go, guys? Offender caught, officers unharmed, and no one was injured. Awesome. Now you can improve your SWAT team. Thank you. Increase of fit. Will work 2 times a day. Power. Investigation has started. Good. Hold on. Give me a second. Give me a second. Give me a second. Come on. Let's wait for the officers to get back. Thank you. All right. Miss Dunbar said that a nurse tried to sell her drugs right in the hospital. I went to the doctor after I broke my arm. The nurse heard me complain about the pain and waited until the doctor left. Then she started telling me about the pills she could get me. Better than Vicodin, according to her. Send Revik and Williams over. This sounds like a false report. From Cornelius Blunt. Mr. Boyd, I'm a wealthy man and I'm concerned about the fate of our fair city. I would like to fund the 3 additional officer positions at your police department. But I make one condition. My adopted son is to take one of the new jobs. Of course, you mustn't fire him under any circumstances. Do we have a deal? Sure, I'll just kill him instead. Some goons grabbed the half-sister of one of our family members right off the street. Her driver called us from a nearby payphone. But he's a wimp and couldn't actually do anything. From the description we got, it sounds like Varga's men. If you get there first, hold on to them for us. Don't hurt them too much. Make sure you don't let them escape. We have something special planned for them. Kochi. Yancey. Do it. It's nearby, too. How the false report? No, it was real! It was cocaine? Sell it to the mafia. Robbery. That's not good. Wait for these guys to get back, please. They'll get back real soon, I promise. I promise they'll get back real soon. 3. Cocainium. Oh, there wasn't enough time. Hold on. Oh, yes. Oh, safe's coming. The parking valet just called in, reporting that a girl exiting an expensive car was approached by a man wearing a hood who threatened her and took her bag. Kochi and Percy. Do it. Diamond Dog State Penitentiary. Assault with an offensive something. Offensive weapon. An older prisoner, tired of eating the food served by the prison cafeteria, made his way into the kitchen carrying a shiv, intent on having a word with the chef. guard called the police as he was reluctant to enter the kitchen for fear of further provoking the prisoner. Alright, don't you have special things for this? Whatever. Revik, you're going to. What? No, none of these guys. I need women. How'd the robbery go? Offender caught, officers unharmed. Good. We'll make a decent officer out of you yet, Percy. The kitchen floor is decorated with broken plates and an overturned pan filled with muddy slush. An elderly prisoner is sitting on a stool, dripping his hand into the pot of slush and shoving it into the cook's face, yelling, "You try to eat this shit." Let's cook up something else. It only takes a minute. Yep. Thank goodness. Way to go, team. Cocainium. What's the phrase I always used? Interregnum cocainum. That's it. Alright, how'd the theft report go? Okay. And the invested. This is a big one, too! Any women? No, I can't do it then. Hey, you need to send in... Yes. You need to send in Percy for some training, my man. End the day. Sand 7. We got a lead, but only barely. I know Percy's exhausted. Yes. Former City Hall employee admits official unemployment data far from reality. Citizen earnings have fallen 9% since New Year. Unemployment in Freiburg is lowest in history. Do I go work out tonight, or do I just stay curled up for sad boy hours? Workouts, you work out so you can get that dopamine rush. That's what you do. That's what I usually do. If I need a good hit of dopamine, I'll usually work out. Tired, can hardly walk straight. Can I go home? Sure. While I was climbing up the stairs, I started feeling a bit dizzy. Can I have it? Yes, but come tomorrow. My band is playing a charity concert for the sick. Yes, but come tomorrow. I don't like this, but all right. Hey, we got a bunch of new songs now. Snag It by Len Barnard. Funeral for Austin. This one. Wait, hold on. Vandal is there, everything will be alright. Yeah, true. So it was a she! Oh no. Tomorrow's the deadline, I'm aware. They're not giving me any women to hire, so we're just gonna go with... How many people? We got a lot on A. B could use a plump, so... We'll hire Smith for B. And we'll wait for someone else. I'll also take your advice and go work out. Yes, do that. Disorderly conduct in the suburbs. The elderly Emma Weston called in a complaint about her neighbors. Her house is shaking from loud sounds of gnashing metal and the roar of turbines, accompanied by some strange beeping noises. Through the window, she also saw people moving around. Shaw and Birch, take care of it.
progress.
Hostage situation with a fatal casualty. Oh dear. At the asylum. Patients at the local asylum rebelled against the nurses during breakfast. 3 nurses have been wounded, while others remain locked with the patients in the dining area. They've threatened to kill 1 nurse every hour until they're released. Paddy Wagon. Vandal. Sangiura. Forney. Kennedy. Do it. False report. Okay, no. That's good. Get back here quickly. They had to travel by boat to the asylum? That's interesting.
Looks like we have a situation.
Reporters and onlookers have gathered around the building. The asylum patients are watching the growing crowd from the windows on the 3rd floor. Call in a negotiate. Actually, gain entrance to the back room. Thank you. Okay. Reckless endangerment. At least it's nearby. Frightened woman phoned in reporting that 2 men dressed in armor were running through the street shouting, "Beware our stings." They were chasing passerbys and swinging their blades at them. They've not yet done any harm, but their swords seem dangerous enough. Kennedy, Cintron, Sangiera. Giera. Go. Sans need help. Yep. What do we got? Andrew Scott. Officers unharmed. Civilian killed! An old friend is visiting Mr. Sand, and they're planning on going horseback riding, but the owner of the country club just called. It wasn't making much sense, but it sounds like some punks are beating Mr. Sand's horses to death. Vandal, do it. Oh boy. Noise complaint in the ghetto. Alright. Klim Yuriev reports that suspicious people are constantly going in and out of the apartment next door. They're carrying big bags, making lots of noise, screaming, and his 3 sons can't concentrate on their homework. Mr. Yuriev urges someone's got to show these bandits who's boss. Birch, Sangiera, Kennedy, Shaw, and Cintron, and we'll get the paddy wagon. How many? Okay, you're gonna have to wait. You're gonna have to wait a little bit, my man. Fender Scott, officers unharmed, good. Automatic weapons! Sell it to the mafia. Let the mafia sell it. Let the mafia sell it. Hold on, let me get some more people here, and I'll give you as many people as you want. Okay, now we're getting 2 new frames. Hold on. Come on. Thank you. Van, Shaw, Birch. Do it. Let's look at that investigation on the hit and run. Archive. No, don't. No, that's not what I meant. No. No, no, no. Reopen the case. Oh my goodness. Details, please. Thank you. Dark colored car. Hop the... Turning around the corner, hop the curve. Didn't slow down. That's not the curb, so we're missing something. Having a fight. Dad had a fight with a couple of young people, causing ruckus. Friended him before they left. Two people in the car, they were right by me. The man in the passenger seat had a beard. Thought he was being followed. He had the guys everywhere. Said it looks like someone had a problem with him from the library. At the library, okay. Look at the destruction of property. Let's wait. Yeah, let's wait for more frames on all those. Because we're getting closer with the theft, but we don't even have enough frames for, the other two investigations. End the day. Still in the lead, just barely. That is fine, I guess. In the day. August 1st, day 18. I can probably do a couple more days. Or a couple more shifts. Chief physician at St. John Hospital accused of slander. Former mafia member bemoans City Hall corruption. Mayor declined services of spokesman. I speak, excuse me, for myself. Yes, that's fine. That's fine, DeBrito. Fan of art. No. It's Shift B, sure. It's Shift B. You can have this one. Next we have Shimmin by John Sangster. Shyman. Thank you, Sword. Bruh, you're not giving me any cops! Take everything. Oh, that's rape already. Okay. Two homeless men made their way into a local bakery under cover of darkness, where they ate their fill and bedded down for the night. In the morning, the bakery owner, Gregory Martinez, along with the cashier, Anna Lucas, went inside and discovered the damage. Homeless men armed with knives were unhappy to be disturbed and attacked the victims. Storekeeper managed to escape, but the cashier remained inside with the homeless man who were seen tearing off her clothes. All right. Kochi, Birdie, Dodd, Sanu, and Yancey. Kill. Sure. Hire first shift A. They need the help. Since you're not gonna give me anyone else. Oh, hire more women. You gotta make half the police team more women. Then let me hire women, curse you! Stop giving me so many men. True Color Hotel, the Sands need help. After the incident with the horses, we secretly transferred Mr. Sands' guest to a local hotel and set up a guard outside his door. Suddenly, we're hearing screams coming from his room, and there's water flowing from the bathroom. Break down the door, but a police pressure wouldn't hurt. Song, do it. All right, how'd the rape go? Did you kill them all? Okay, I'm gone for real now. Sounds good. Yep. Good job, team. Fight at the Blitz Cafe, you say? Two truckers fell to blows over a parking space in a lot near the diner. The cook tried to separate them, but was struck by a wild punch and is now laying on the ground motionless. Sanu. Kochi. Smith. Revik. Do it. Just needed to get some motivation to get out of bed. That's fair. The theft at St. John's. Mole. Do it. How'd the fight go, team? Fender caught. Officers unharmed. Good. Yeah, cool. Tell me when we actually have some frames to deal with. Amy Marbin Donatello. Okay. I can do something for the city. Jack, my entire staff at the donut shop came down with the flu, and I haven't been able to find anyone who could help out. Could you please send a couple of your men? Sure they wouldn't mind frying up some donuts. It's easy. I'll show them everything they need to know. My shop barely makes ends meet, so I can't afford even one day of downtime. Smith and Revik, do it. Alright, Sans need help. How's the report? Telling you, Chief, standing over that fryer is hellish work. I'd rather dodge bullets than the spray from the boiling oil. But at least Miss Marvin promises she'll keep us in donuts through the rest of the year. That's good. Good for them. Or good for you guys and her. We need backup. Some punks tried to crash one of our poker games, and we aren't about to let them walk with the money. So now we've got to take ourselves a standoff. Or we've got ourselves a standoff. A couple of officers on the scene would change the situation in our favor. Sanu and Song. Do it. Public indecency. Oh, this is gonna be good. During a special viewing of the thriller Law Abiding Max 3. Okay. A theater employee discovered one of the members of the audience had removed his pants. The man noticed the employee was watching him and responded with the threat that he would cut his throat of everyone in the theater. Kochi, Purdy, Dodd. Not Dodd. William. No. Smith. Go. You're going to see a man's penis today, Kochi and Purdy and, Smith. Man, the movie theater isn't too crowded and the film is in full swing. Turn on the lights, aim it at the offender. Good. Vandalism. A man who wished to remain anonymous reported that a group of teenagers had once again made fun of his name by writing insulting rhymes on his 6-foot-wide garage. The man is enraged and threatened that next time he'll use a weapon to defend his honor. Dodd, Revik, take care of it, please. Theft. Okay. And on this one, okay. Vandalism. How'd it go, team? Yeah, let's do this. Way to go, guys. We'll end the day. Alright, I think I can do about one more day. Yeah, we're taking a bigger lead now, thank goodness. Everyone's working hard. Day 19. Mayor calls prosecutor's office to check Robespierre's statement for extremism. Robespierre? Robespierre, I'm pretty wealthy but deeply unhappy. University of Freiburg tuition costs to decrease. That's good at least. She didn't come in. Too tired, I can hardly walk straight. Sure. Brother went hiking in the woods and disappeared. Yes. We're down, officers. I don't like that, but okay. I think I still have one more over here. No. Chime-in. That's already done. Late Hour by Pierce Pickering Barrel House Jazz Band. Mafia, your share. Take it all. Japanese businessman who must remain nameless will soon arrive in Freiburg. The city hopes to sign a major contract with him. As our guest, he will examine many of our institutions, including the police station. His visit is scheduled on August 5th. Please take care to ensure that at least 3 Asian officers are working on that day. Police Academy. Yes! Thank goodness he graduated. And thank you for the salary. I need to wait one more day. Okay. Bomb threat. An irate lumberjack by the name of Grisham Frank claims that he planted a bomb in the cathedral. He says he'll blow up the building with everyone inside unless the police arrest the priest. Apparently, the priest convinced his recently deceased wife to refuse treatment at the hospital and ask for God's help instead. Vandal, Birch, O'Haran, and Stokes. Do it. Although I should have probably made Centrin do a ride along with them, but fine. 8 frames. We have 6 frames here, so let's look at the details. Okay, we have enough to fill something. Alright, let's actually read how this is going. I walk the museum every hour. The alarm is off. City Hall won't allocate the money to fix it. I didn't hear the glass breaking. It's a big museum. When I went out this way again, it was already early morning. The window was broken and the canvas was cut from the frame. There were no traces of anyone around, just a brick line on the floor. Museum parking lot camera. Parking lot was empty all night. In the morning, a cyclist went past with a tube on his shoulder. Okay. The guy slowly rolled into the parking lot, then left the bike for a couple minutes and went out of sight. Then he came back on his bike and left. I suffer from insomnia and often go cycling around the city late at night. I took a tube and some other equipment so I wouldn't have to go back home before my morning classes at the art school. I stopped at the museum to pee. I admit it, I like to mark the corner of the building. I imagine one day my work will be hanging inside. Idiot. In his lectures on the works of Dutch masters, Bram van der Hoef always sharply criticized the works of De Vroom. He dismissed the legendary artist as overpriced mediocrity. And was very amused when an unknown De Vroom painting was discovered in the city dump. He said it was already in its proper place. He was less amused when he learned that the De Vroom painting would be hung in the museum. I wouldn't be surprised if it was Bram who broke into the museum and stole the painting to burn it or to cut it into tiny pieces. The glass is almost completely broken. Ouch, a grown man could easily climb through the window and not cut himself. Most of the shards are laying on the pavement outside the museum. Okay, nothing there yet then. Deputy. No. 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 That's for later. Okay. Alright, hopefully nothing bad happens.
Looks like we have a situation.
The cathedral's
here.
full of visitors. Announce the bomb threat and order everyone to evacuate immediately. Or under the puny of the altar. Ensure that the cathedral has been evacuated.
10-10-8.
Good. Public indecency. Ooh. Chief, some guy in rags is trying to enter the police station. He says that he's a Tibetan monk and he wants to talk to our patrolman about the nature of violence. Should we let him? No. Oh, just one cop? Alright, fine. A drunken teenager, encouraged by a group of friends, stripped off his clothes at the cash register and attempted to purchase a pack of condoms. It seems like some sort of hazing or a rite of passage. Cintron, you do this. Although I have a feeling you're going to fail it because you only have 145 rep with me. Stands need help on the road. After a safety precaution, we decided to change all the staff that work on the ranch. We just hired 8 new maids from a neighboring city, but the bus they were taking got intercepted by Vargas punks. Let's teach them that even our maids can't be trifled with. We'll send in Vandal and Shaw. How did that go? Cintron? Good, you did catch him. Awesome. I can trust you to catch a teenager stripping naked and trying to impress the cashier by buying condoms. Sands need help, okay? Hockey team that Mr. Sand owns is getting ready for an important match. The ice arena is closed during training hours, but the stadium director just reported some people in strange clothes breaking into the arena and climbing onto the stands. Birch, do it. Yeah, this will probably be the last day, or at least the last shift for me. Assault! Crazed woman just rang in. My god, this wretch is going to kill my baby. Please send everyone you can right away. The call then ended abruptly. This sounds like a false report, but sure. Cintron, right along, Forney, go with. Cintron definitely needs to get his stats up, so... And with Vandal, he's certainly going to get it. How did the assault go, lads? An elderly woman's cat got into a fight with a neighbor's dog. The dog ran back home when 4 other cats jumped out of the house to the rescue. That's amazing. Oh, way to go, cats. Attempted murder out of the bridge. Give me a few seconds so my team can get back. Thank you. Alright, a woman driving past on the bridge saw 2 thugs grabbing a skinny guy by his legs and hanging him over the bridge railing. The man was struggling and shouting. And Dahl, Cintron, and... Oh, Hanra. And run. New frames. Darn it. 2 new things. 2 new frames for the destruction of property at the church. Okay. Murder. Undercaught. Good. No one was harmed. Awesome. You'll get to your 200s yet, Cintron. End the day. Yeah, we're still rolling, baby. end the day. New federal law allows criminals to launder money more easily. Construction of new school postponed again. Freeburg to host exhibition of children's drawings. Oh, that's cute. Need to take my car in the shop. Can you spare me today? Yes, but coming tomorrow. Okay, that was okay. We made it to a checkpoint, so we're going to exit. Yes. Right, and that will be all for today. That was a lot of fun. I'm having fun with this game so far, which is good. So we're like, we have 180 days. We're on day like, we're only like in the, I think we're in the 20s now, I think. So it's gonna take us a while. This is gonna be our big game. So, with that said, let's see who we can raid today. We're gonna raid Koryojo. Actually, are we? She's playing Ghostwire Tokyo. I don't want to get spoiled on that. So instead, we're going to raid... Let me look at the VTuber tags. Actually, let me look at... Hold on. Actually, let's see if Bad Ant's streaming. I don't follow him, so I'm gonna have to see. He is streaming. And he's doing more Apex. He's doing the new season. So yeah, let's give Bad Ant some love. Hold on. Raid the Bad Ant 1. Alright, we're gonna raid the Bad Ant. Thank you so very much, everyone, for coming out and enjoying yourselves for this fun stream. We will continue with this game tomorrow. And it's going to be a lot of fun. Expect chaos. Expect more criming to happen and for me to solve it with my fantastic solving criming skills. And we're probably going to murder all the Vargas because they're pieces of trash. Don't worry. At least the Sans group seems to have their nonsense under control. They're not just wildly killing and robbing. Actually, that's not entirely true. They did kill someone. But we're not going to worry about that. We're not going to worry about that. The evil you know is usually better than the evil that's just coming in. But nonetheless, thank you everyone for joining. And I will see you all next time. And until then, goodbye.